Cảm xúc của em khi tham dự CFS năm 2021 là em rất vui vì kiểu đã lâu lắm rồi em mới được tham gia lại giải đấu CFS. Lần này đã khoảng 2 năm rồi.
Em cảm thấy khá là tự hào về team của mình cũng như bản thân của mình.
Việc chúng tôi quay trở lại CFS rất là quan trọng và chúng tôi phải thể hiện thật tốt với vai trò này.
Sẽ không phải là đặt mục tiêu để tham vọng cho bản thân riêng cá nhân, nhưng mà bọn mình sẽ cố gắng cống hiến để giúp cho nền esports Việt Nam phát triển.
CLB 2L của em đã chuẩn bị rất kỹ càng và tập luyện hàng ngày rất là nhiều. Tụi em đã tạo ra những cái bài chiến thuật và chắc là cái team địch không hình dung được.
Tôi sẽ cố gắng hết sức để cho các bạn thấy được thực lực của tôi.
Theo về đánh giá cá nhân của em ấy, thì bốc thăm ở bảng B rất là hài lòng với kết quả của em. Nếu mà may mắn thì tụi em sẽ được hạng 2 ở bảng B.
Theo cá nhân em thì khi mà đối thủ không biết gì về mình thì họ sẽ, nói chung là mình sẽ làm họ khó chịu hơn.
Mọi người ở nhà hãy cổ vũ cho hai đội tuyển Việt Nam nhé, bọn mình sẽ cố gắng hết sức.
Mục tiêu chính của các team em là chiếc cúp và là chức vô địch tại giải CFS hôm nay.
Mục tiêu chính của em thì vẫn sẽ là như bao đội khác sẽ là vô địch, nhưng trước mắt thì bọn em mục tiêu sẽ là top 4.
Nếu đây là chiếc cúp thì có thể tôi sẽ không diễn tả được cảm xúc ngay lúc này.
CLB 2L, chúng ta cùng mang chiến thắng về Việt Nam.
CLB, cố lên anh em, chúng ta sẽ làm được.
CLB, chúng ta sẽ mang chiếc cúp về Việt Nam.
Assim como essas pessoas, eu também já sonhei há muito tempo atrás, então eu estou me sentindo realizado e bastante feliz.
Me sinto muito feliz e é um campeonato que eu quero muito ganhar e já são 2 anos que eu não consegui e eu espero que dessa vez vá.
Com certeza nós queremos vencer, nós nos dedicamos bastante para esse momento e estamos bem confiantes.
Eu acho que com certeza a gente é capaz e a gente pode ganhar de novo. Querendo ou não, Brasil e China estão disputando o pódio do Crossfire.
Temos que fazer o que a gente conversou entre a gente.
Porque consegue eliminação ali pra cima do NLS.
De graça para isso,
Qualquer um que assiste o jogo sabe que ele é o melhor, porque ele consegue fazer coisas que tipo não são normais para os outros jogadores, né? Então, com certeza ele é um jogador muito diferenciado.
Espero que eles estejam bem preparados, todos os times.
Quanto a G, são 2 times bem fortes, favoritas a vencer.
Eu acho que ano passado a nossa região, né, o Brasil perdeu por pouco, então eu acho que a gente só tem que ajustar um pouco o nosso estilo de jogo, mas com certeza a gente sabe que a gente pode ganhar deles.
Nós planejamos algo que eu não posso falar, mas algo diferente para tentar vencê-los esse ano.
Dessa vez eu estou muito mais confiante.
Só uma frase, estejam preparados porque nós estaremos.
Black Dragons, vamos fazer o que nós treinamos e vamos ganhar.
Cada um confia um no outro. Vamos lá, vamos conseguir ganhar esse campeonato.
Concentração e vamos vencer.
Lifting the champion trophy is an eternal and indelible record. The champion will be remembered forever in our memories. In order to write the history of becoming the champion, you must go through so many hardships that will be waiting in front of your step. Numerous players will suffer from frustration during this journey. And yet, new history will be written. All your efforts, all your dedication, will become our history. CFS 2021 Grand Finals.
Welcome, everybody, to another day of the CFS Grand Finals, and it's not just any day, but today is the final day of the Grand Finals. We will determine the winner of the entire CFS circuit here tonight, and it will be an awesome battle as always. I'm Valdez, with me is G-Clef and Chronicler. We're going to be bringing you all the action from not only the finals, but also the third and fourth place match, which we will play first tonight.
Yeah, it is the last day. We'll find out the placement of the top 4 teams that we have today. We do have all Chinese final, and between All Gamers and Baisha Gaming, wonder who's going to be taking home the trophy. I heard there's a big rivalry in China right now between the two teams. That's going to be very exciting. Also, Vietnam versus Brazil, the matchup that we kind of did not expect to have as a third, fourth placement match. That is another match that the world is having their eyes on.
Yeah, very excited, and honestly, it's been a sweet journey over towards this as well. We've seen a lot of some of our favorites, teams like Imperial, not really perform up to what we expected of them. We saw the Chinese teams dominate. Well, they still did that during semis, although Black Dragons, of course, made them work for it. And Celebi Last Legends making it, I think, against many of our expectations out of that group in pretty dominant fashion.
Yeah, they made it through, and really it came down to that big win that they had over Imperial, which actually secured them that second place spot in Group B. It did not bring Imperial to that spot. So they will be playing today in the third and fourth place match. Today is December 5th. We started an hour later. I hope you all set your clocks and your alarms to get ready for this. And of course, we've been doing this for the past 5 days as well here at Songdo Convention Incheon in Korea. We will be playing for the top 4 spots in terms of money tonight.
And from that the big jump is from that second place to first. Double up that money from 150,000 to 300,000 USD for these players. Of course, not just the honor of the first place, but the big prize pool is also what they're looking for.
And even between that third and fourth place, right? It's just, I really like the spread. We've talked about this a little bit as well, but outside of the first place, it is very evenly spread, small increases, but nothing out of the ordinary. As the map's gonna seeing all of those, we were actually treated to, you know, a lot of sub base, a lot of Black Widow, but gonna have to see whether we actually end up going that far in, depending on how this third and fourth place match goes. Of course, as we already mentioned, it's All Gamers who beat Celebi Last Legends and Baisha Gaming who beat Black Dragons in, even though the final game didn't feel like it, was still a very close series.
Yeah, very close series, but Baisha Gaming that had 2 maps where they basically dominated the first half, and the second half it was just a continuous momentum from the first half. So Black Dragons did have a very good fight though until the very last map, and then it was just Baisha Gaming dominating them in that final moment. And All Gamers, I would say rather, because they were on the other side going against Celebi, they still didn't really fully use their strength. That's what I still think. But against Baisha Gaming on the grand final, I believe they have to use everything that they've got.
Yeah, definitely a lot on the line. Everybody wants to get that money. And here we go, guys. We are going to introduce our teams that we do have coming in here for the 3rd and 4th place match. It will be Celebi, Last Legends, up against Black Dragons. Here is Celebi making it in from Group B in that 2nd place. They did get 3-0'd by All Gamers yesterday, but they put up a good fight. I think that All Gamers definitely the favorite to win it all right now. And so we'll be curious to see how Celebi matches up against Black Dragons.
A 3-0 score doesn't quite tell the power that Celebi Last Legends actually had. Score 10-5, 10-6, 10-6, and I think that's still a pretty high up number against All Gamers, and they were feeling pretty confident. It was the main problem was mostly their 2nd half and also the blacklist attack, which they excelled at during group stage, but somehow they lost the rhythm of their own. If they have it back against the Black Dragons today, I think they still have a chance. If they play to their normal, and if they play beyond their normal, I actually think there is somewhat of a chance that they can actually grab the 3rd place.
Definitely a possibility. Also got to imagine that after yesterday, the Black Dragons are going to be somewhat exhausted. There was an extremely tough fight. In the end, they weren't able to get out ahead. Lucas, to me, the most dependable member. Look at the insane difference as well, not just in KDA, but just in general attack power, how much he's been able to do for this team. Rambo, I think, the other player that comes to mind, very creative and has been the instigator of a lot of troubles, kind of drawing out that unorthodox style that Celebi has been so successful with, which got them to the semi-finals in the 1st place.
Their GR defense has been pretty good, even against the stronger teams. But I think they have to step it up slightly a bit more from the BL side, where this tournament has basically having the most spotlight on the attack from the BL side on any map, honestly. Not just because we have the Chinese teams, the Brazilian teams, also the Europeans. They haven't been getting a lot more rounds compared to all the regionals, also in history. So I think Celebi, if they have really prepped up for last night against Black Dragons today, especially on that BL, maybe few things can happen today.
It's good to see some smiles on the faces of the Black Dragons members. As you mentioned, yesterday was pretty rough for the Black Dragons and for Brazilian fans everywhere, hoping that their team would make it through. To get crushed on port the way they did was unfortunate. They had played so well throughout the entire best of 5, and they were so close. But today is another day and another match that they do have to face off in. Danimal, Adrian, Viana, Goken in action. Of course, the lineup that we do have here for Black Dragons. And I was personally very impressed by how Viana really stepped it up. I feel like he's not necessarily the carry player on this lineup, but man, yesterday, especially in maps 3 and 4, he was like, you could really tell he was trying to push the envelope and bring his team over the line.
Yeah, and Black Dragons, now that they're in the 3rd place match, I think we can safely say that if they had played like yesterday night during the group stage, I think we might have been seeing some different results coming out from the group stage into the semis, and that has been stepping up yesterday night from the other members other than Goken, but mainly it has been focused and spotlight on Goken most of the time for Black Dragons. But if they ever go back even for a single map against Celebi today, they might be running into big trouble. And I hope that doesn't happen, because they're the Black Dragons. They got 3rd place last year, 2nd place the year before, and the 1st place the year before. So the name of Brazil should stay up there at least at 3rd place, but you never know what's going to happen against Vietnam.
Want to really hit that top 3. That's what you're looking for. Big jump in prize pool. As we will be starting out on port. The actual fun maps we've saved for the very end. No sub-base and Black Widow. And I'm saying this because we saw how wonky they can get, because we haven't seen them as much, right?
Yeah.
Where it's mostly been port, a lot of Ankara, some compound, but sub-base and Black Widow gonna be safe till set 4 and 5. And if the energy that came through from the Black Dragons yesterday is still very much there, it's going to be an uphill battle for Celebi Last Legends, because I agree with you, Valdez. I thought that the way that Viana pushed his team was not only inspirational, but also straight up entertaining. Like the shouts left and right from both him and the rest of his team taking on Baisha yesterday was, I think, the highlight of the tournament thus far. Just incredibly close crossfire. And hoping that we get a repeat of that here today.
Yeah, definitely the most fun match we've had so far. Here is the matchup of the aces of each of the teams. This is not a question. There's definitely one guy who's like, oh, I think that Rambo... No, it's Lucas versus Gokin. They are the best couple of players that we have had here at this tournament so far. Lucas just doing incredible stuff. I mean, his stats are insane, especially compared to the rest of his team. And same can be said about Gokin.
And Gokin's, of course, Lucas does have number 2, this rating in headshots, right behind ZY. But the headshot rate from Gokin is actually really high for a sniper, because snipers usually have 0.1 or 0.12-ish headshot rate. His pistol has been saving the team and himself so many times for Black Dragons.
Yeah, that's a really good point. He has incredible pistol work. And guys, looks like we are ready to go. Let's hop onto port for this 3rd and 4th place match of Celebi Last Legend up against Black Dragon. All right, here we go. We are on to the first set of this 3rd and 4th place match. One thing to let you guys know, we did get some word about the side selection. Actually, Black Dragons did win the coin toss. They got to select side for the 1st, 3rd, and 5th maps. They chose GR every time, and Celebi chose Blacklist every time. So we will have the same starting sides for every map.
So it seems like both teams got the side they wanted for all maps. For now, Black Dragons, they are somewhat control B entrance, and also action coming around from the back should pick up the rest of the kill. There we go. That ball still pushing from the other side, and that will be it. Insane control at B entrance, and Celebi, they just went for it instead of just flashing it out and going back to their base.
Nice, quick, little aggressive round. Very dominant coming through. That's the kind of starters you're looking for as Black Dragons. Immediately set the pace for this series. And Celebi, usually we see teams go more for this type of approach on the first round, kind of see how the other team is feeling. They thought, no, we can play a little bit more in your face. And Black Dragon said, no, absolutely not. And now Celebi playing a lot slower. Do see a very even spread here from the Black Dragons. Main thing that I'm always going to be looking at is where is Gokin going? He was really, as pointed out already, one of the most consistent ones, and I haven't finished my sentence yet. But Rambo will take him down and open up a lot of space here for Celebi.
Big blow already. Gokin going down is not a good sign for Black Dragon to start off when you let Rambo, especially on this map, because oftentimes even good snipers switch back into rifle from the BL side, but Rambo will still keep this up if it's up at the rifle, he will sneak into any site. If he's still having that AWM, will take out any snipers watching the bridge.
And this is the way that Celebi were able to actually get a decent amount of rounds against All Gamers yesterday. It was kind of just sitting here on Blacklist side especially, but also on GR. And they would just hold very defensive positions and wait and see if they could get picks and then go for a push. It's unlike other teams who might go for a bit of a mini push and then get a pick and then rotate or go onto the site. They look for picks and then they go for the push.
And with that sniper down, it opens up a lot of angles, especially as you can see Shady trying to put some pressure over a long, but he fails. Gets headshotted immediately by Adrian, who was watching along with Vienna near a site.
And Animal trying to keep them off, but now the push actually does come in. Animal trying his best to get as much damage down as he possibly can. Luca taken down, and they are onto the site. Adrian, though, trying to get as much damage out, and won't really be able to. It's a really, really nice take of the side, but Adrian, he's going in very aggressively, not giving him time. And in the end, it's not going to be enough Celebi Last Legends evening it up 1-1.
Pretty nicely done that time around. They get that pick, and even though they lose one on the entry, it's still only Danimal, really, that was there over on that B site trying to defend. And that's generally not enough, especially if you're going to have 5 men pushing into the same direction, especially onto the B site. So not able to get over there on time. You saw that Action was desperately trying to get in position, but he just got overwhelmed because 2 people already had position on the backside of B. So it was like, well, I guess that site is gone. And yeah, it was just a great overall slow play here from Celebi. I'll be curious to see if Black Dragons switch anything up and try to get a little bit more aggressive, or will we just kind of sit here for the first minute and a half of every single round?
Usually when Celebi, even through the group stage and yesterday, after tasting the first bite, they actually back off and rotate into the other side of the map, even in port. But wasn't the case after losing Shady. They just kept their position towards B entrance, took about 5-6 more seconds just standing by, and then just rushed in, which is unlike the slightly more complicated tactics that Celebi has been pulling out throughout the 4 days. Maybe this is the reason why they pulled out the BL choice.
Black Dragons is waiting out, and Rambo finds one again. Same way the last round started. And he has been the main instigator of trouble for Black Dragons. Action again, pushing very far forward here towards those double doors. Look at Danimal.
Boosted up here.
He's definitely the guy that I see the most doing this kind of thing, especially on this map. Like I feel like it's always Danimal.
Even on sub base, I think he was also up in the lightning.
He's always in the lights and the lockers. Danimal's a slippery fellow.
Action picks up a kill on Hurry, also gets out with his life. And as you pointed out, Velders, this is slow. This is Rambo's classic. We've seen him do this multiple times, but so far hasn't actually found anyone. Goken up there, hasn't been spotted yet.
Oh, Rambo is insane. He'll get the kill.
Pretty big. Also picks off Goken, and this is Goken's play. Getting someone, then taking out someone else with the pistol. Rambo doing it to him. 6 seconds on the clock. Doesn't matter when you get the plan down. Now the retake has to come through. Viana doesn't hit the first shot. Well, the people still alive and simply too many. Viana on his own. Not going to work out. And again, it's got to be Last Legends playing it slow until they aren't. 2-1.
This is all Rambo from beginning to end. Takes down Adrian from the bridge by himself, just like he did against Goken in the previous round, the first round. And he smokes the bridge up, using that smoke, sneaks in to the defense of the GR base alone. He's making these rounds work, especially in port, and these actually cannot happen that many times, even against the best teams. But somehow, Rambo is making it work.
I feel like, to be completely honest, like, Celebi, they're a great team, but especially on port, we've seen so much of the same stuff. And I feel like if, you know, obviously you can't always just try to predict and just, you know, use that information. You have to respond to what they're doing as well. But, like, if they just had a little bit more coverage on the bridge to stop Rambo from sneaking in, but also they tried not to get picked in the first minute and a half of the round, I feel like they would, a lot of teams would just have so much more success on GR side against Celebi, because, I mean, it's been kind of a cookie-cutter type of style of play here from Celebi, and it works. That's why they keep doing it, but there are ways to get around it.
This is another style that a lot of other top Chinese teams who couldn't make it to international using their snipers. But it's good if the sniper actually opens up the angle like Rambo does, but oftentimes it also fails and puts the rifleman into an awkward spot of just leaving them into, okay, do we just push A altogether, push B altogether? But Celebi is actually doing this with Rambo with coordinated teamwork.
Make it on towards the side.
A fake defense.
Easy. They're already picking up one. Goken finds another. Looking upwards to see if he can find Shady. No shots will be hit, and this time the defense is successful. And this is what you were saying, Velders. If you don't find the early leader, Celebi, if Black Dragons don't open themselves up, Celebi feels like they don't do a lot. They just run out the clock, then they move in haphazardly, and it doesn't quite work out.
What a read by Black Dragons there. They knew exactly that Celebi would come in through A-Long. So they opened up A-Top, the entire A-Long. They actually had 3 members, but hiding in a pretty good spot behind the boxes, not revealing themselves until Celebi had members and felt comfortable saying, okay, A side seems empty. And at that moment, Goken comes out, gets 1. All the rifles from the side were picking up those headshots.
Yeah, you can see the positioning right now of Black Dragons once again. It's 2 guys on the back of a long, you know, down below A-Top, I should say. And then Danimal's in that same bait spot with a little bit of help. And then we have a very passive action who's just holding the bridge. He's not peeking. He's just looking to see if they're coming in from this angle. And speaking of which, Rambo is here again. He's got a lot of support. As Celebi will look for a bridge push, it does feel like, although maybe just a play in towards B as well.
This is a result from the 2 kills that Rambo had, from all the way down from the BL side, leaving that bridge open, but instead covering it with better angle. Like Adrian is looking at all the way from that A bait box. And finds 2, but no kill comes through.
No, but they are aware and can't go for that push if you've been sniffed out. And looks like after 2 successful rounds, Celebi, you've got to start switching it up. Can't keep trying to go for the same thing because Black Dragons are happy to give up some initial mid control. They know Celebi won't really use the space until the clock runs down. Then Adrian spots 2 after the team is more than ready. And now Celebi Last Legends got to try something else. I'm pretty sure that at this point, Black Dragons have got a good read on how they've been playing up till now, but Rambo doesn't care.
Well, if you try too many times of the same exact strategy, it's not going to work against the Black Dragons. They're not the bottom team. They are one of the best around the world. Didn't really spot Adrian going into that tunnel. They have full control over this.
Man, Black Dragons are reading this really well, too. They have Goken alone on A-Top, and then everybody else is here at the B entrance. And they are very ready for this push. The flash is perfect, and they just get immediately mowed down. They don't know that Sadie's here, but they will in a moment. And that is going to be one of the simplest defenses we have seen. Black Dragons feels like, you know, a little bit of time to download the PDF of Celebi, but so far they are reading it perfectly.
Even though Celebi got 2 rounds, if this first half feels like total control of Black Dragons to me. The 2 rounds was basically won by Rambo. And other than that, Black Dragons, they have brought a lot of their own strategy, which is not the most common. And not the most common style that the Black Dragons actually use. Okay, it took a little time to boost up there, but still, it didn't matter because Celebi didn't really check A long until now. And really, as you mentioned, Valdez, the coin toss, the reason why they chose the side is because they want to start strong and then have an easier time in the second half from that Blacklist side for Black Dragons. Lots of boosting, which is not really the style for Black Dragons.
But you see again, they know that they can just patiently sit, not too terrified. Rambo doesn't know that Adrian is there. Lucas there to help him. Not quite working out here for Adrian. Doesn't know that Rambo is waiting just around that corner. Flash comes through. Rambo will be able to pick up that kill. Nicely assisted by the rest of his team. Not quite committing into an A inclusion just yet. Red comes down towards action, but he will be getting out without too much trouble. A little bit of damage on the members of Celebi, but not quite taken down just yet. But this is the issue again. Feels like now they're getting naded down. Their information is there. And I'm not sure to what extent Black Dragons are actually going to be pressured by this when you look at how calm and composed they still are.
Okay, Celebi did take some damage, actually a lot of damage on a lot of their members, but still they still have 5 up against the sniper, so HP doesn't really matter when it comes to the A long push. As long as they can make this work. Action's coming for backup. Goken still stays alive.
Ooh, he's even going to get a pick, make it too. He's got support from Danimal down on the bottom side, and Gokin just does not miss. Going to pick up 3 kills. Huri the only one left up here, and that's going to be an easy cleanup for Danimal. As we mentioned, that low health bar as well helping out. Huri only on 50 health. And so far, you know, as we said, I mean, Black Dragons have been reading this really well. I feel like they've got a fantastic feel of the way that Celebi are playing this Blacklist side. Maybe a little bit predictable, as we were talking about. And now I think Celebi are going to need to do something else, or maybe show us a strong GR side, because there's only a couple of rounds left before the half.
And you can only do that if you open up that B entrance. And that's exactly what Celebi is thinking. We're losing way too much area on the map. We have to get control over the B entrance, but still, Black Dragons are coming up to the entrance. This shows a lot about the current state of the game and how much control that Black Dragons have. Rifles doesn't even go out that space.
He can't keep getting away with it. He's just too good. So honestly, like, and he just retreats. Picks up the kill, and you gotta imagine it's also just terrifying to play against a Celebi. You're suddenly gonna start second guessing you. Where is Gokin? Where is he coming from? Because this man, with how good the rest of the Black Dragons are, just seems to be in a league of his own in this match thus far. Incredible prowess on that sniper, but I'm really happy you pointed out earlier, G-Clef, because the really big difference to me between Gokin and other snipers isn't that he just hits the sniper shots, but his pistol usage is insane. And we saw there as well when they rushed him on A. Yeah, he got 2 kills with a sniper, but then that 3rd kill, that's what really puts the nail in the coffin with the pistol headshots.
Yeah, 2-7, but still for Black Dragons, this first half still feels, to me, slightly too easy in a way. They are not really putting all down. They're just staying in their position, using great tactics.
All right, they're going to get that nice pick onto Action, though. You see that Danimal has to come over and rotate just to hold this position, and that's going to be Celebi looking to delay it a little bit. Now they're going to come in. As Adrian maybe not expecting it, but he is here in position, able to get the shot down. Taking some damage. Huri now pushing it alone onto B, as he nearly gets his head taken off by Danimal, but he's going to get a couple of shots down, and that's going to be the B site taken here by Celebi.
Yeah, that's huge. Without Huri, they might not have had enough time to actually plant the bomb. So low on HP. Managed to pull it off. Adrian from the entrance might actually rotate together to get the same angle, because he's also low in HP. Looking for that headshot fight.
Really nice gunplay. Not quite enough health though. And very necessary round for Celebi. Might be looking towards a 4-5 if they're able to win the next one as well, going into that GR side. Otherwise, Black Dragons, as you pointed out, G-Clef already 6-3 would be amazing. And it's not like the Black Dragons are a slouch on Blacklist either. Wondering if Celebi is going to maintain a little bit more of this diversification of strategy that they should desperately need, because it still feels to me like, yeah, that was really nicely done by Yuri, but you can't really expect to just win off and get 1v2, 1v3 trades every single time.
Yeah, for now, Celebi, they have been trying some different styles for today to Blacklist first map. Maybe they're just not feeling 100% at the moment, but they've been playing so much better during the group stage and also yesterday against All Gamers. And that showed up with their quick rotation after fake flashes, fake smokes towards the opposite side, having 1-4 splits.
Catch Adrian and Viana off guard here on the rotation. They're going to do this one again, as they're getting position over this B entrance area and underneath the bridge. So that's a couple of pickoffs now for Celebi. As you can see, Lucas incredibly low, but got the job done. Action getting very aggressive, getting chased, and he's actually going to trade his life for very low health Lucas. Not exactly the best, as Danimal able to get one, but he's low as well, as Gokin might just be able to do it alone if he keeps hitting those shots, and he will have to do it alone as it's 1v2.
Celebi finally gets control over the B entrance. C4 being carried by Hader all the way around. Do they actually want to go towards that A? Gokin has switched over to the rifle, and the shots has been fired. So I I think it's about the time. Okay, Rambo will just back off. Hold Goken. And Hater having that information will get the free plant.
Switch back.
Oh, Goken so quick.
Oh, can't quite find it. They felt it coming. It's not the best round, but 4-5 for Celebi means that at the very least they are still in this game. It's not a true disaster going into the second half here. And we saw yesterday best of 5, especially when these initial rounds go very, very closely, can go all the way. For Black Dragons, they still look good, but a little bit more deflated. Feel like the spirit that we saw yesterday still has to be refound here.
Yeah, the energy isn't there yet at the level of where they were against Baisha yesterday, and also their defense. They're flowing well. I don't think there's a huge problem in it. And they got what they wanted, maybe slightly less than what they wanted. I think realistically they were looking at least a 6-3 from the GR side, starting from the GR side. And let's see what they want to accomplish from the blacklist here. Celebi will also have a similar amount of pressure. Rambo hitting his shot perfectly on time. And also Shady. Yeah, double man AWM into B entrance. That was also risky. If the Black Dragons actually had a B rush, both of them would have been gone down.
Yeah, it's very true. And sometimes you got to take that risk, you know. As Celebi, I like how they've kind of moved back into trying different things, new styles, you know, at least on the first round. Like we saw that in the beginning of this map as well, where they went a bit faster than normal, and then they kind of like retreated into their more passive play style. So a little bit of a, you know, a wrench thrown into the gears, and then you go back to normal production of your strategy.
And there's this in all kinds of FPS, when you have double snipers in the same place. Ooh, Vienna actually taking a big hit after Goken has lost. Adrian also opening up the bridge space for Black Dragons. Now Celebi, they have to choose side.
It looks like they're choosing correctly with Rambo and Hater still standing at the ready. Rambo doesn't hit that first shot. Hater gonna attempt to make it work here, but Adrian will get taken down. Rambo simultaneously finds Vienna. Now it's up to Dynamo in action. Only Lucas still alive. He's coming in. Has been spotted though. Unfortunately doesn't get Dynamo. And with that, bomb's gonna get planted here. Up to Lucas alone. He has been the hero for this team so many times. Evening up the score here, 5-5 after what was a 5-3. Amazing, that's one. Dynamo only needs to hit one more, doesn't quite find it. Lucas, the hero for Celebi Lost Legends, the most dependable player, makes it through, gets the defuse, and evens up the score.
Yeah, when it comes to headshots for Celebi, Lucas is the player, the perfect place for him to actually keep that damage. And wins that 1v2, a huge moment for Celebi to have that save and keeping his team alive when his rotation was slightly too slow into the loading dock. He ends up saving the team regardless.
Yeah, and when we were watching that, it almost felt like, you know, the inevitability of Lucas was slowly coming through. That is, I feel like one of the positions where he really excels at when there is a lot of pressure and he's trying to go 1v2, 1v3 in those tight scenarios. So props to him for being able to do it again. He's able to tie it up here with Black Dragons.
Oh, and Goken finds the rifle right in front, but there's always action next to him covering his missed shots. So without him, Goken would have been a dead man. Yeah, loving the style of Celebi Last Legends having Rambo and Shady at the same time, because the general rule for snipers, you think the second sniper will grab the kill when the first sniper misses. But the rule is both snipers miss at the same time, generally. That's the reason why you don't put two snipers at the same place. But Celebi, instead, they're trying the opposite.
Yeah, kind of an interesting idea. And you see that Black Dragons, they are going to go for what looks like a sideways and a long push. You know, pretty standard from the strategy book of Port. see if it does work out for them as Rambo in position on a long. They are trying to swarm him as much as possible. As Flash does come in and gets him some position up there on top. As now Danimal also able to lock down a kill, making this 3-on-2 with some low health bars.
He's there, tries to get shut down. Will not be able to. Gets the kill on Adrian and then gets out. Lucas simultaneously with the flank, but Gokun holds true. Gokun versus Shady. It's just a one tap, but he needs to find it. He has very little health. And Shady gets it. And I think that might have been 4 rounds in a row, if I'm not mistaken here, for Celebi Last Legends. And this was effectively what Black Dragons was able to do yesterday in some of their matches against Baisha Gaming.
Ooh, Shady's really putting down 5-1. Lucas backing up, double headshot immediately, and another one down the road.
Wow. And you see Black Dragons are getting a bit frustrated, make that 5 rounds in a row now for Celebi. They kind of just went for a very strong B push. Again, a pretty solid strategy, but it looked like Celebi were just ready for it. They landed their shots as they were coming in, including the first snipe coming out from Shady. And then it was easy cleanup from there. So gotta love Celebi's position now. I mean, 7-5 here on Global Risk side, they can absolutely make this happen.
The Black Dragons usually don't just push in that easy fashion. Sometimes they do rush into sites, but not this often. I think they have to really change their gear into the style of what they had last night. Because for now, the defense from Celebi, and it's easily being read every single time almost. And I think the 1v2, those big saves by Celebi, is affecting the atmosphere of Black Dragon right now.
And I think also comes to mind is the importance of what is the position coming into this tournament. Black Dragons was perhaps even one of the teams that was expected to, at the very least, make it to finals. Right, not making it to finals for them is going to feel like, well, maybe not a disappointment, but definitely not what you were looking for. Whereas for Celebi Last Legends, I'd personally say that getting out of the group in the first place was a really big achievement. Being able to make 3rd place over 4th still was something that they are clamoring for. Action picks up Shady. Adrian doing his very best. Take down Hurrian, will be able to do so in the end. And this one is looking a little bit better for Black Dragons. Not wanting to let him get away. Viana holds the angle. Now it's just Hader with a minimal health pool. Barely dodges the nade. That definitely would have killed him. But he's still not in the greatest of positions. Don't think that this is going to work out for Celebi Last Legends. And honestly, I was kind of waiting for the tactical pause from Black Dragons. Might come out still after this round. That's one. Danimal goes down. But with the bomb plan, I don't think they really need to move too far forward here.
Hader's looking for that box headshots. But he's not having the best time, and Black Dragons, they're not going to reveal themselves unless Hader jumps over the bridge. Wait.
Headshot? Nope. Not going to happen. Viana is going to secure it. 7-6 now. Black Dragons coming back up. As you could see, that it was a pretty close round there, actually. Very back and forth. Hader nearly able to make that happen. Here's the tactical pause. Chronicler, it seems like you've got a really great read on these pauses.
It's shouting matches and pauses are my my area of expertise. I found my
Not
niche.
Crossfire, though.
No, just those.
Just those 2 things.
Yeah. Well, in Crossfire.
True.
So it's
Not
like
other games,
it's a combo. Yeah.
That makes sense. Seems like Gokun and Viana kind of not doing too much here in the second half from what it seems. I mean, it's hard because when you lose a bunch of rounds, you're not going to have great stats, right? So,
and one more thing, Black Dragons, I'm pretty sure they were also talking about Shady's positioning, not just the fact that he has an AWM. Usually from B side, you're on the back, the small stairs. That's where the sniper's sweet spot is for that tiny little angle where snipers can actually get easier shots, but riflers, they have to really get down to the perfect spot to get the headshot on the sniper. But he was off to the back alley. Like, But because Shady missed his first shot, he went down with went down from the rifler from Black Dragons immediately. But the positioning and the damage output that Shady has been putting out in the second half has been giving a lot of trouble for Black Dragons. And I think because on their data, what they have in store from last night and the days before, it has been just Rambo's AWM defense so far.
Yeah, it's a really good point. Celebi kind of bringing in the new stuff here. And now Black Dragons trying to get a big entrance onto B entrance. There is nobody here at the moment, but of course with a lot of some grenades, I should say. A couple of flashes used as they do enter here. Lucas is at the ready. Adrian just checking the one spot, but not actually going to commit to that one.
Shady's waiting.
And as if they heard what was going on from Black Dragons, Shady goes back to rifle.
Rambo.
Sneaking his way.
Oh.
Even pressure from the tunnel.
Through.
Big shot missed.
Finds Rambo. That's a great start. Gets Shady as well. He will go down. It's again Goken with some pre-work done by Action, drawing a lot of aggro from the entirety of Celebi, making sure that all these corners are good, that there is no one waiting. And look at this, Black Dragons, they're not even fully committing to this. They're leaving the C4. Also expecting this aggressive push coming through. Adrian might not have expected two there, going out very far in the open, and that in of itself might be enough reason for Black Dragons to say, okay, giving it a go. Do we want to really commit towards this A push? Not knowing that Celebi seemed to be anticipating that rotation is coming through here.
That's after the tactical pause, Black Dragons checking every single thing. And moving in together, it's helping a lot, but the shots from the Celebi stopping everything to that. Goken finds one more on his own, and another one down at A top. It is 1-1. Lucas actually having that AWM on his own. Found. Oh, this is.
That's a good grenade. That's perfect right on top of him.
Still had the nade.
Yeah, and it was just barely enough damage. Goken able to clutch it once again. It was the two clutch players there, 1v1. Goken gets 3 kills to end that one off after Adrian got picked off. A couple of his teammates got picked off as they were moving on to A top, and he was able to finish the job.
Wasn't that 5 kills by Goken? He had 1-4 to begin with.
Yeah, I think that might have been the case. Yeah. Definitely started off nice, grenade kill to get things going, and Rambo's shots have been pivotal. Thing is, there's not even C4 here. Yeah, they don't have to fully go in, but Adrian with the beautiful flank from that spot that Rambo has been in so many times. Straight up cleanup. And they got a win before the tactical boss, 2 more afterwards. Black Dragons coming alive here in the final rounds of Port.
Yeah, Goken stepping up to his name, and really bringing it down, and actually kept that A long open. A grenade kill at A top was a huge moment. They had all the angles. Also, Adrian flanking was basically saying, okay, we've got this entire area of A plus the bridge covered. You cannot have any rotation. Everyone else towards that A site, you're trapped. You're gone. That's exactly what happened. Celebi. They're pretty much lost, having some control over the bridge. But honestly, I think it's better to just open it up.
Here with some good defense. Shady is right here from B. This is one reason why sometimes, you know, going for bridge pushes can be risky, because a lot of people can circulate over to that area very quickly. As you can see, Viana able to line up the headshot, and he's not done yet. Lucas going to spot him, though, as he looked directly into that flash. He's going to try to fight this one. He's going in kind of Rambo by himself, as the C4 is with Action over at A.
Now Action by himself. Got to be able to put down the plant if he chooses to do so. Still has a minute, so there is no time pressure. can definitely go for that if you would want to.
I think you just have to call on to the other 3. Plant it, go to a bait box spot and find 1. Possibly look for 2. Interesting spot. Would not be expected to be here as a solo man. But found way too early. And that will be the round for Celebi. Yeah, good jump and check. But not the best timing for action there to stay.
Yeah. Also means that we're tied up at 8-8, and now we have a tactical pause from Celebi. And so both of these teams extremely closely matched. You know, coming into this one, I was pretty on the Black Dragons hype train after their performance yesterday against Baisha. But from what we can tell, it does feel like Celebi have really proven themselves so far as at least a competitor here against the Black Dragons.
I want to fully believe that, and based on this first game, I'm going to say that it is the case. But the events of yesterday's match where Baisha Gaming went from losing a round and having a couple of close rounds to having 2 10-3 rounds in a row.
6-0 on sub-base.
Yes. Makes me somewhat apprehensive for either of these 2 teams. Honestly, I feel like this is still the kind of wrestling part, but I do think that whichever team gets a win here is going to have a really big edge going forward in this best of 5. Being able to take a little bit more risks, being able to play with less pressure on your shoulders. Celebi Last Legends. I am happy to see that the diversification of strategy that we asked for has actually come through, at least to a certain extent. And for Black Dragons, imagine what it would mean. Not making it to finals is one thing, but going down 0-1 in a 3rd, 4th place match. It's not the greatest way to start your day.
And Celebi, when they lost 3 in a row, most of their backup angles were basically open for free. They were not covering their teammates' angle. And I think that is the reason why they asked for pause. Nice that they actually got the final round. Pretty sure with the pause, they want to finish it before we go to that extra round.
Pretty swift maneuver here towards the sideways path. It looks like Black Dragons might make a swift maneuver onto the A site.
Oh, boy.
Nobody's boosted here. Nobody's able to watch this. They do have Hater and Turi around, as well as Lucas there in mid, so the flashes are there on the push. But Adrian able to get that initial kill, make it 2 for Adrian. As Viana gets a second, Lucas, though, still alive, and he's going to be able to defend by himself. Picks up 3 kills, even as his teammates go down around him.
And now this is arguably the most important round, right? 8-8. Team that gets this one, at the very least, will make it to extra rounds, possibly just wins the match outright. And it's just Lucas and Shady. The health bars are low, but with 2 snipers, it's not the biggest of issues. Main question is, are they going to find one another? That's action. He finds Lucas. And now it's only Shady and Black Dragons looking to take a crucial lead. With a minute left on the clock, still plenty of time to go towards that C4. Gokun not seeing Shady just yet. There's 2 people. He misses the first shot, but he hits the pistol. And he's able to get out, at least for now. He's running. He's dodging. Can he find him? No! Gokun, rather, in the end, will pick him up. And it's 9-8 for Black Dragons.
Gokun actually goes in. I can't believe that he actually did that. With C4 down on A side, he had better HP situation. He had so many other options then to chase him down, but he just felt confident. Okay, Shady. Oh,
I think he's earned it.
I can pretty much beat him with my pistol. 100% sure.
It's no biggie.
And clearly he proved that he was able to pull it off. So this time around, you know, he'd probably be singing a different tune if he went in there and failed. But knowing that his opponent had low health, he just wanted to finish him off while he knew where he was with the pistol. Probably an instinctual maneuver there, excusing myself. as Rambo is going to get the nice little flick onto Adrian. So this attack not going to work out this time because they're all on B. They're not actually all going A this time. And it looks like that was a little bit of a sneaky trick from the side of Black Dragons.
The Black Dragons trying a Celebi-esque play. Having that 1-4 huge split, actually, leaving Adrian all the way to the A-top stairs. And Celebi, they do have 2 members, but Lucas has to join Hater in this push from the B entrance. Vienna, can he hold Lucas? The answer is no. Lucas, another headshot down the lane, but the alley is the real problem.
Wow.
And they will drop everywhere around the map, and Black Dragons taking 2 in a row to close out the first map.
And it was a close match. Outside of extra rounds, as close as it could possibly have been, but in the end, it is the expected victor, Black Dragons. But man, Celebi made them work for it. Starting off very, very strong, then a little bit of a slouch in the middle there, but then ending again with a couple of rounds where it felt like it could have gone either way, as you pointed out, Veldes. If that Gokun push with the pistol would have gone the other way, could have had a completely different outcome. It could have been Celebi Lost Legends that would have gone up 1-0 here on this fourth place match.
These players, they don't know how to stop. We are always looking for the safer play. This should have been done logically, but at the heat of the moment, you just go for it. You have the confidence. You think you can get the shot. I think both teams are feeling it, especially the snipers. Rambo and Gokun, the duel is still on. And it's going to continue, not just on map number 1.
Well, guys, that was the first map that we did have. Coming up next, we will jump into the second map. Just a quick 3-minute break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. We are here in the middle of the third place decider. We took a little 5-minute break in between the first and second maps. We'll be hopping onto that second map in just a moment. It will be Ankara here between Celebi Last Legends and, of course, Black Dragons.
And I can see from the first map, both teams actually switched up a lot of their tactics. They're trying what they haven't tried before. The style is really different. So all the work, all the data they have been gathering from the opponent, I think it's actually okay for them to actually throw that all out and just relearn it fresh while they're actually going against the opponent, because like Black Dragons, they're trying a lot of boosting, which is normally done a lot from the Chinese style and also from the Asian teams compared to the Americas and the Europeans. Done sometimes, but not as much. So we can see these different type of play style, which is going to cause a lot of the disturbing issues on the other side. And going into Ankara, there are lots of weird spots that you cannot be hiding for, and that's something else that Celebi has to be careful, because Black Dragons, they don't usually go for those spots, and that's some extra work they have to put in.
A little bit of cheese. I don't mind it personally. Main thing is that as long as it's not repeated again and again, because that's kind of what we did see from Celebi Last Legends, work 2 times, and then the next couple of rounds it kind of got spotted and punished appropriately. But I do actually think that Black Dragons have been pretty diverse in their approach to their game plan.
Absolutely. Well, guys, the game is ready and loaded up. So let's hop on to Ankara for the second map of this third place decider. Here we are on Ankara for the second map of this one. Celebi Last Legends up against Black Dragons. And as we mentioned at the beginning, they do swap in terms of side selection. Celebi always wanted to be on Blacklist. Black Dragons always wanted to be on Global Risks. So it turned out that all 5 maps, they will start on the same side.
And starting from the very first round, Black Dragons controlling the connector, throws a grenade into it, but doesn't really take any damage. Doesn't know that there are 2 men in. Adrian will be checking at this off angle. Lucas, I think, might have spotted. No, he did not. It was actually Adrian only. That will be an easy kill, just peeking out. And Adrian didn't go too far.
Viana actually got so much aggro from just going entirely Rambo, just jumping up. Like 3 different people were trying to shoot at him, and that ended up being a couple more kills for the Black Dragons. Obviously, Viana himself did go down, but a worthy sacrifice, because it looks like unless Rambo can 1v4, should be Black Dragons starting off good here on the beginning of Ankara.
And now Rambo rotating. Maybe if you can isolate them one by one, but first you got to get past Gokhan. That in itself an achievement. Will take him down.
That's one. Let's see if he can make the highlight of the tournament. Now it's 1v3, going down the B bottom alone. There's no one covering this tunnel. So it should be good to go. If he goes through that connector again, or even towards the yard, we'll find 1 free kill at least. Action there. I think he just jumped down from the 2nd floor. So he took slight drop damage there.
Yeah. It's always funny when the players actually die because of that. Like, they go so fast that
Rarely
they just
happens, but
jump off of a top. That's
the
place where it always happens on this map.
They get excited to go for the retake.
Yeah, we did see it one time
Just
already.
once.
I think it was Viana too, I'm not sure.
There's 2.
No.
Oh, but the animal came quick enough. I thought he was barely going through that B entrance. So quick.
1 kill, 2 people. G-Clev not quite on the same page. Unfortunately for Celebi, neither were they. Black Dragons take a pretty convincing first round. Heroics from Adrian and Vienna. In terms of aggro generated, as you pointed out, Veldes, he was taunting them all. He was jumping.
Vienna's in first place currently.
Literally on their head.
He's the tank.
He was top in the charts.
It's a good thing, you know. Somebody's got a tank. Otherwise, everybody's taking damage.
Needs to be done.
That's not a good thing. And, well, Shady's getting absolutely demolished here, 2v1, because it does turn out Adrian and Action are going on a little vacation together over here outside of office, and it ends up being a successful vacation. They pick up a kill.
Nice.
This metaphor is not going the way I wanted it to go, but yeah, still a win here for Black Dragons.
Yeah, this is a super aggressive approach that I believe they have tried yesterday night, but did fail because there was a guard for some reason from, I believe, from Baisha Gaming. At this time, Black Dragons, they will actually succeed, and Rambo will miss that standing shot.
Wide sweep works out very, very well, and now 3 against 5. And this switch to Ankara seemingly not have done a lot of good for Celebi Last Legends. Already looking to start off on the back foot here. Action just waiting patiently. Not in a rush. 3 people getting close to him. Oh, I don't think he saw him.
Yeah, you're not spotted. But still, Gogen takes him down from the other angle. Or maybe you went a little too far, looking down. Adrian also spotted. Will back off to potentially be office, but Lucas finds him in the head. No more control at all for Black Dragons towards the B site or B long. If he had stayed at office or ran to it, would have been much easier to 2v3 retake. Didn't really have the time for it.
Oh, they let him get onto the side. Ever so slightly, Lucas, very, very low. Now they know the position of both of them. Danimal trying to get as much done as he can. Luca taken down. Vienna versus Lucas, but Lucas almost down. He's going to jump up. Is there going to be enough time? I think he might get the kill, is sure, but don't think that the fuse is coming through. Not happening anymore. Not enough time. Nicely done. Stalled up a Celebi and turning a deficit in terms of people into a successful round nonetheless.
Lucas making a risky decision that he almost went into the office and died, but his teammate covered it up. And the safe play was to kill the time of the opponent and get that easy bomb win instead. He also had the grenade available. And Celebi saying, not again. We're not falling for that aggressive play that you're pulling off, Black Dragons. Only once.
Yeah, some strategies are one and done. Unfortunately for Black Dragons, they weren't able to get a win off of it. Just the one kill. As you can see, nice couple of shots there, actually. He lands those onto Shady, who was not able to pull the trigger quite fast enough. And I like that Celebi. They're playing with a decent amount of tempo. You know, they're not necessarily always sitting on their hind legs as they have in the past. And looks like they might actually make a aggressive push into office now.
Compared to Port, they have a lot more space to move in and out, especially with their rifles. Rambo watching the connector and the rest of the crew pushing towards that office. Works out very well. Took some damage, especially Huri, who's very low in HP. And they back off. Okay, finally Celebi looks like they are back to their normal strategy that we have seen for the last 4 days. This is the rotation that a lot of the opponents has been having trouble on. They think it's going to be a site, but it's actually the opposite in 10 seconds.
Oh, Danimal. He's not going to see
other.
Rambo.
Oh, man.
Rambo, not 100% sure if he knows either. That's one. And now up to Danimal to try and execute this. But Celebi, now knowing that someone from Black Dragons is there, say, well, no need for us to really deal with this. We can just go to the other end. Rambo can hold him off, hopefully. And with 3 people, incredibly tough task here for Danimal. Hasn't been spotted quite yet.
Yeah, but I think he made the sound, and Huri actually heard it.
There it is. I was like, why aren't they shooting him? Looks like he was up there on top, up the ladder. And nice try from Danimal, but after a couple of great kills over that office fight, that was pretty much the end of it based off of the 4v1 situation that Celebi was in. And yeah, another good start here for the side of Celebi. Black Dragons caught sleeping a little bit. They're going to try to get aggressive, and Rambo gets a pick off and goes in again, which I'm a little bit surprised about. I think getting the pick and backing off would have been nice, but still pretty good as action comes in around, and Hater is going to pick him off.
Rambo went down from the quarter patches, but still bought some time with that sniper pressure for the rest of the teammates to make this huge rotation into B directly. They just ran into the side. Already has a C4, can surely plant it, and there are not many utilities left from the Black Dragon side.
Important pick there, though. Diana finds Hader. Already picked up for a second there, but going to switch back. And now, are they going to get the plant? That is a yes, but now they need to defend with pretty low health bars in some of their members. Lucas trying to trade as much as he can. Not going to work out in the end. Very nice headshot there. Shane can find a second. It might be enough to turn it around now.
Ooh, he's stuck here.
And nope, he will get sniffed out. Black Dragons find the equalizer here. And this is feeling very reminiscent of map number 1.
That's the B long plant where snipers, it's supposed to be the easiest for snipers, but for you to actually get a kill onto the one defusing, you have to go nearby the plant anyhow. You can't go too far back, you have low HP, so I don't think it was the best choice for her to actually grab that AWM.
I really appreciate G-Clev protecting people that miss shots. You know, he's just a staunch advocate.
Just a wholesome caster.
It's a lot harder, okay?
It is, I know.
It's true. It's actually true. The amount of... Oh, man. Well, we're going to have a huge fight over the center passage as Shady's even going to follow that up with a snipe, picking off the one guy who was going around.
All of a sudden, Gokin saying it. Guys!
Hello, team.
You guys went on your own.
Yeah.
What about me?
I feel like that was a fight. I think Black Dragons were just sitting there sipping tea, and then, you know, Celebi came in and hit them, and they just dropped.
They were playing board games, and they're like, "Oh wait, no!" Like
minding our own. We didn't want to do this.
Shot in the back.
Yep.
Not exactly fair.
Adrian's position.
Man.
What?
Look at Celebi go. These are a couple of, I mean, a bunch of shots in a row that they are just landing. A third headshot. Now going into the hands of Lucas, and they are going to pummel their way through the members of Black Dragons and take this site. There's another one.
Wow.
Another one.
That's an expected spot for a sniper, but still, Gokin couldn't even react to that shot.
Super impressed. This is feeling more reminiscent of what we saw from Baisha Gaming. Or all gamers in their best games, just straight up winning every single duel back to back to back to back. Rambo, easy cleanup with the amount of pressure that Vienna was under. Celebi lost Legends. Is this the O2 curse? Is it going to happen again? Because it was looking good, and there it is. Early on, stifled that momentum. Black Dragons, big fan of the early tactical pause.
Yeah, they love to just cut the momentum after losing rounds in a row. And I think it's a pretty good time early on first half. 2 rounds in a row lost, and especially after when they jumped into the central passage. That was a huge round where they could not deliver anything that they wanted. And this is, remember, this is a side that they wanted, basically, to play on this side first and grab at least more than, I think, what you're looking for is 5+ on Ankara from the GR side. But already down 4-2. A great time to use the pause.
Yeah, I think that Black Dragons, more than any other team, have been smart about their timings on the tactical pauses. I thought other teams, like even Imperial, used it a little bit too late. Some other teams just say, no, this doesn't even exist. Like, we just don't want to use it. Black Dragons, I think that Viana, absolutely a great leader over here, is trying his best to just get everybody back on the same page and just reiterate what their strategy needs to be. Even throwing in a little bit of frustration, trying to get people pumped up. Not always a bad thing.
It's the way that you utilize it, right? how he can channel those emotions. And I think that we saw yesterday how well Viana does that, how he's able to whip his team into shape, get everyone's mind in the right direction. And now we will be seeing whether this tactical pause is actually going to be a turning point like it has been so often for the Black Dragons. I think, what was it against Lazarus? Like 4 rounds in a row?
Something like that, yeah.
Not a bad start. And I get taken down. Again, Lucas is doing a really good impersonation of ZY with these headshots. 7 out of 8. But at the very least this time, Gokin is able to get something done. But Lucas, who is going to stop this man?
Gokin tried to peek out and get the shot off, which was going to be an easier duel for the sniper, even through the smoke, especially through the smoke too. But of course, if you're in the air duct, there's that clear headline that everyone knows. And Lucas is just way too quick with his shots. Just a tap, another headshot. Dynamo does spot a couple of members at least, so they still have the information that they are around the quarter passage.
Yeah. Black Dragons pretty good about covering down the central passage and getting good information from it. They always look to secure that little passageway between quarters and mid, and even try to poke in and just get information, basically. You're not always even looking for kills. Obviously, kills are the best, as Rambo's looking for that snipe, not quite going to get it, down to 14 health.
A little bit of damage on action, but not enough to actually take him down. And while the start of this round wasn't great for Black Dragons, they've been holding on ever since. At the very least, trading back a little bit of damage, and that will be her going down. Rambo also low, so those shots need to hit true immediately if he doesn't want to get blown up in a matter of seconds. C4 also making his way over to A site, and Black Dragons very even spread. Dynamo in a rotational position, but let's see how long Action can actually stall here. They make their way onto the side, and the answer, he can't stall at all because it's Lucas with another headshot and the C4 plant. This man has just been playing insane. Just a leisurely 1 second left on the clock, no biggie. As they take control, and Rambo takes down Dynamo, and all of a sudden a manageable position has gone down the drain. Black Dragons, tactical pause or not, might go down 5-2 here.
Celebi, great delivery of information. That even if they lost a member, there was a rotation from Dynamo towards the B side from Yard. They lost a member, but used that information to rotate into A side, saying, okay, there must be at least one more. It might be totally empty. We're maximum of 1 defending towards A side. Perfect choice, got the kill. Rambo had the off angle from the sniper. Not the most common spot, but an easy shot this time. And Celebi, even after the pause, grabs another round. A huge moment, and Lucas has been the main problem for Black Dragons.
Yeah.
All the time.
To put it lightly. The guy is kind of insane right now. He's really on form. And look at this. He's just hitting every single head. Haters backing him up. Rambo's hitting the snipe shots. And to be honest, I mean, I think that the strategies and the play of Black Dragons are okay. They're just kind of being outplayed by the insane level that Celebi are at right now, which is just too much. Rambo's going to get another kill here. And A-Site is theirs. It's not looking good, as even through the smoke, Hater going to pick up one. Gokin, the only one to pick up a kill, and Celebi get a 6th round.
And this just reminds me of what we saw happen with Black Dragons against Baisha Gaming. The first round, incredibly close. This time around again, they win. But when they lose, when they really start losing, it doesn't really seem to be able to stop, right? The rounds they lost against Baisha Gaming, both 10-3s. Just incredibly one-sided affairs. Feels like Celebi currently kind of finding a similar position. Lots of noise, lots of threat being delivered. And this time Black Dragons will be at the ready to have a response to this. But as Celebi, I'm sure at this point you expect it and don't need to really push beyond that office. Get your paperwork in order, and then you can decide whether you want to move on.
And move on. If you do well, you get a raise. That's exactly what you're looking for, but just by looking at the KD from Gokun, you don't even have to look at the round score. Black Dragons are having some issues. Because Gokun managed to pull off a 1.5 KD, even with that many maps dropped. And that means Rambo on the other side, the opponent's sniper, has been enjoying his time on the map. 9-3, Lucas 12-5.
11 headshots out of 12 kills. The guy just isn't really missing much.
His 6% lower compared to ZY's headshots. Maybe trying to catch that number.
Yeah.
That's his main motivation in this entire series. No, I just got to get my headshot rate up.
You can't even throw a grenade then.
Yeah. Here comes the push. They are moving into the B site. There are 3 members of Black Dragons here.
But it's the passive hidden defensive spots. Yeah. It's not too bad for Black Dragons.
The secret defense. Will it move? Will it work out? It's not looking good so far. It's now action. It's being surrounded. Fiana gets over here. You can see it's 3 against 2 now. Lucas still alive. Rambo also still alive. A couple of the guys that have been carrying here, but Gokun, we've seen him clutch before. Keeping it at 6-3 would at least give Black Dragons a chance moving into the second half. And so they would really love to clutch this one.
Yeah, in the push, as we see Vienna getting control over the long, but can't really come out unless he breaks with Gokun. So I think it's a better idea, yes, it is to rotate together through the smoke and get control over the B side and then push towards, but Lucas never going down will be another issue. Gokun missed his first shot. His pistol headshot doesn't even come through. And 7-2 is the final score of the first half.
What a map thus far from Celebi Lost Legends. 7-2, just straight up dominating the Black Dragons, and it's starting to feel like if Gokun isn't playing as sharp as he usually is, you can't even fold him for it, right? You can't be as clutch as this man was in the first map every single time, then the entirety of Black Dragons just seemingly fall apart. And this, I keep coming back to it, this is exactly what we saw yesterday. Then it was Baisha Gaming doing it. This time around, it is Celebi Lost Legends. And Lucas looks incredible thus far.
Yeah, I really just feel like the members of Black Dragons are falling down around Gokun as well. Like, he can only be so aggressive, and it hurts when, you know, they're just losing every single firefight. I think it comes down to that a bit. As Celebi started to get more aggressive, they started to gain more confidence with every win, and Black Dragons just couldn't stop the onslaught. And as you mentioned, it's exactly like what Baisha did to them. So,
man, Lucas does not know how to stop. 5-man central passage push.
They're just insane right now. Nothing can stop them. I think this is going to be another blowout in this map, to be honest. I mean, Black Dragons need a miracle here.
Because they had 5 men, Rambo went back from A passage into A top. Didn't realize that the enemy was that close in front of his face. So since it was open for Black Dragons for free, they will get the plant. But the retake certainly happening. 2 kills from Shady. Lucas again finding a free shot, but Gokun. Nice flick there, but the headshot from Hater will finish the rest of the member of Black Dragons and Celebi. Now they're looking at 2 more to escape with the map.
Oh, these faces on the side of Black Dragons, it's just, what can you do? And we saw that for the series as a whole, this might not mean that much. We've seen Black Dragons come back after the sub-base map yesterday where it looked so dire, and the next one, they just won regardless. But on this map specifically, on Ankara, it just feels like it isn't coming together. It's a nice start, though, from Gokun to pick off Rambo, but you need to win so many rounds in a row, and it's just hard to imagine that actually working out for the Black Dragons. But if there is a team that can do it, surely it must be them. Gokun checking, we'll see Lucas, that's 2. And as we said earlier, if Gokun doesn't do well, Black Dragons doesn't, but flip side of that is also true. If Gokun is on fire, it can be hard to stop.
Starting to get those kills on his own. Is it too late? He's already having that big 8. 2 more.
It's Hater against 2.
Vienna's barely alive.
Yeah, 1 health here, but he gets the information, and he's actually going to get the kill as well. So this time, Black Dragon's doing a really good job of feeling the pressure, right? Just kind of sitting back. Goken hits a couple of shots, and he's able to take out Lucas, which, you know, even in just that one fact, you can tell me that and say, okay, well, Black Dragon's chances of winning the round just increased by like 50%.
Yeah, but Celebi for the first 2. Ooh, there's a big trade. Rambo does go down for the first 2 round. They had 5-man push towards the central passage, so I don't think we've seen enough of Celebi yet. And now that they're in their normal position, with backup from Hater. Shady going aggressive, but the A bottom push is happening through the big door.
Just Adrian and just gets blown up. So again, it's these firefights. If Lucas doesn't go down immediately, feels like there's nothing that the Black Dragons can do. 6 map points here for Celebi. And honestly, after everything we've seen thus far, I would be shocked if Black Dragon somehow find a way back into this. And if it does come through, it's got to come through Goken. The rest of the team just not looking up to that normal level. Adrian action, we've seen what these guys can do. They can perform some incredible feats of crossfire, but right now it is just not coming through.
Yeah, it isn't happening just yet. Lucas gets aggressive again, and this time he's going to get actioned in the face. And not a good feeling to get actioned, let me tell you. As, okay, Hater going to return the favor onto Viana. They take out Goken, and the quick flick from Shady. The headshot with the pistol. Insane plays, and he gets a 3rd kill. You know, we were talking about all the names here on the side of Celebi. It feels like every single player is playing at a high level right now.
Celebi, ever since yesterday's sniping actions, he's also back, especially only a specialist sniper, I would say, on the GR side. He can also approach onto the enemy, but hold on, as action was 1v4, now 1v2.
Has been getting every single kill this round thus far has been action. That's 4.
Oh, more,
Is he really going to do it? 5 in a row. Him versus Rambo. His health bar is so low. Can he get him?
It's 1 pistol shot and Action dies.
2 shots.
It's so close. He does it. Action keeps the dreams alive. Incredible round. Just after we set Action. Haven't really been seeing a lot of him. And if it wasn't 4-9, it might amount to more, but comeback started with a single one, and at the very least, Black Dragons don't have to give up Ankara just yet.
Yes, and Celebi, that's a huge round if they had 7 or 8, but because they already have 9, they can just let that one go and say, okay, we just have to grab one more. And a kill onto Goken might be the nail in the coffin. As Black Dragon, they're trying to escape from going down. They're still near the base, and Rambo that wall shot actually went in. Nice hit.
You can see now 4 members Black Dragons, and it doesn't matter. Rambo gets another kill through the smoke, and he retreats. So really a rough situation. I mean, Rambo's been so good at challenging Goken. Not able to hit that shot, but he already did his job. He's getting more and more information. He stays alive again. Pretty insane stuff from Rambo.
This time Adrian wins for peeking and getting that headshot. But the rest of the team is also here nearby. Shady Huri right next to the passage. Smoked up, but I don't think they have time. They have to go through the smoke.
Action on Lucas. Let's not forget how momentum-based Black Dragons as a team can be. It's just Shady. Finds no one as he gets taken down. That's 2 in a row now, 5-9. And yes, it was 6 map points. It's slowly dwindling, but Celebi still only need a single round. But this is... If this comes a little bit earlier as Black Dragons, I think that you do see why this team is so feared. Just have to get to this level of play instead of the group level of play a little bit earlier in the map, because that's really the big difference.
Yeah, I think even if they drop this map, but because of the fact they were able to pull 1v4 save plus few great rounds in Blacklist, their spirit should still be high going into the next map. That's the important part. Celebi It seemed like this was going to be about maybe like 3-10 easy win on Ankara, but it is not anymore. They're on their back foot as Black Dragons. They're still rotating really quickly throughout the map. They're back on their their power level.
Yeah, does feel that way. Keep in mind that Black Dragons were able to defeat Baisha on this map 10-7, so it's not like it's a map issue. I just think it's been a play level issue. As Lucas does go down, but you can see that they're trying to attack in here, and it's not going so well. Goken's able to pick up a bunch alongside of Diana. That's going to do it for that. Black Dragons with 3 rounds in a row. They're slowly making that dream come to life if they get 3 more.
I thought that was going to be the shouty one. I think it's the next one, or maybe the 8th. Because I think if you get the next one, there's still some chance of Celebi, but if they go up to 8, there's no way that Black Dragons doesn't take it to extra rounds. Honestly, like that would shock me, and that would be an even worse loss, I personally argue, for Black Dragons to get that close to make it. A lot of zerging here towards Rambo. Man is getting swarmed. Staying alive for a little bit longer. Will get the one-on-one trade and make his way back, and might have spoken too soon as Hater finds Adrian.
Yep.
That is looking like disaster with only Goken still alive. He's a hero, but no one is that big a hero, and it will be 6-10. Nice attempt from Black Dragons, but wasn't too little, but it was definitely too late.
It started with that Rambo escape while grabbing the kill out into the passage. And finally, it seemed like we almost had a chase, incredible chase by the Black Dragons, but they already lost too many rounds to actually make that work. The winner, of course, will be Celebi Last Legend in our second map.
Absolutely. So pretty close stuff actually towards the end. But Black Dragons, you know, as G-Cliff was mentioning, maybe this will help their mood a little bit, their momentum perhaps going into the next map, because Ankara, once it got to like 9-3, it just felt like it was over. You know, you just feel defeated once the enemy does get 9 wins. So they don't seem too down. Obviously, it is a little bit, you know, regretful, I suppose. The feeling of, you know, if we had come online a little bit faster, we probably would have just taken that map as well. But I really gotta give Celebi the benefit of the doubt here. Like, these guys were insane on that map. Some of the shots that they were all hitting, like not even just one person. It was Lucas, Shady, Puri, Hater, and Rambo. All 5 of them were hitting insane shots. But guys, we are gonna take another 5-minute break. When we come back, we will go to the 3rd map. back, guys. We're here and just about ready to jump into the third map of this series. It is, of course, Black Dragons versus Celebi Last Legends, tied up 1-1 so far.
Yep, and it's very tight actually, and we've been expecting somewhat more of a tight matchup because how Celebi has been coming back many times within the group stage, and also, yes, according to what we've seen yesterday against them against All Gamers, the match has been actually pretty close. Their strategy, even against Black Dragons, has been working really well, especially Lucas on that blacklist. A few of those rounds has been basically him alone could have actually defeated Black Dragons. 1v5 could actually have worked, and the rest of the members basically just fed him some information like, I hear something on the side. Lucas, can you like check that out, please? Yep. And instant headshot. I'm pretty sure that really threw Black Dragons off. The reason why they lost like 3-4 rounds in a row after that. And then even after the pause, they had some hiccups, but at least they were able to grab a few rounds before they went down on the map. I think that's a big takeaway from the previous map. And it is now again 1-1, so it's a reset, new best of 3 between the two.
After today and yesterday, I think as long as it...
Yes.
Like, yeah,
absolutely.
Good job, G-Clef.
Well, guys, we do have the game ready, and we are going to hop into it right away without any more time wasted. So let's jump into this one. Celebi up against Black Dragons. We are hopping on to Compound for the match. And here we go. We are ready for Compound. We do have Celebi up against Black Dragons. They are tied up 1 apiece. And of course, Celebi will be starting here.
It's really nice being able to not have to worry about who starts on this side. This entire best of 5, if it ends up going all the way, as already pointed out, we'll always have Celebi on the offense initially. Both teams settling into the natural ebb and flow of this as... Look at that. Vienna also picking up the sniper here in an attempt to maybe stifle some of the aggression that might come through from Celebi. Otherwise, Celebi, though, they are taking it very slow. First round here on Compound. Don't really feel the need to go for any over-aggressive plays.
Vienna, even the main sniper do not come this far often. But Vienna picking up a WM, coming all the way out towards a long into a room. Will cause that kind of grenade sometimes.
What a funky grenade that one was. Vienna's going to remember that one tomorrow. Ended up not mattering. Nobody was obviously running in that way. But there is a bit of a push that is coming in through the pillars at the moment from Celebi. The bomb isn't there as we speak, but they're getting a lot of kills, so that's going to be 3 as Hater takes the head off of Adrian and totally sweeps the defense here at B.
That must have been a perfect flash for them to get 3 kills. Barely took damage in that entrance. Usually takes a lot more time than just rushing in.
Cool. And this is looking still very dominant. Celebi clearly refining the momentum that they were able to find for themselves. And this is a hard place to take back. Gonna be impossible. Hater coming up so big there. 4 out of 5 kills. 3 headshots. And as you pointed out, G-Clef, just an incredible entry there towards B side. While that was happening, also finding the smoke, finding the full momentum to actually get that C4 that at the time was hanging around the center. Actually get it rotated towards B so the plant could come through under the guise of smoke. Action this time though, gonna find Rambo early.
Aggressive position coming out to the central plaza from Black Dragons. They got the control action, getting that a lot of those headshots in action. And the Animal just coming back to the Central Plaza saying, okay, you've got that controlled, but we've got the rest of the map on our side. And I was also imagining Goken would come out to the plaza, jump on top, and get one escape on his own. That happened several times. And I'm pretty sure that's on Celebi's mind as well.
Yeah, not going to be the case this time around. Sure, we'll be seeing that in the future. But here comes Shady and Turi looking to make their play through the Central Plaza. As we do have Danimal just taking a good look at the pillars at the moment. So he's got a lot of information over on that side of the map. So the other two guys can kind of hang around the mid and A parts of the map as they are here. Let's see where this push is going to go. They still have a minute, so they can try to get a pick before they do hard commit.
Huri sweeping through the connector. Goken and Shady spotted each other at A site. Oh, that nade. So much damage on both. Goken hiding, peeking. Trying to win this duel. The pistol fight is on. But Black Dragon's got teammates.
That was a sick shot, though. Didn't end up mattering because we did have Danimal just coming in from behind as well and cleaning that one up. So the Black Dragons able to hold on that time around with a nice aggressive play through the Central Plaza, keeping it even at 1-1.
Very, very necessary. Mentioned previously, always going to be try, especially with how it's been going thus far as Black Dragons, to avoid any and all big swings coming through from Celebi. Don't want to let them string together too many rounds in a row. Now, got some movement here towards that A long, but nothing really set in stone yet. Celebi thus far not really looking to pay too much attention. We haven't really seen as much play around double pillars as we've seen in some other maps. Do see now Rambo moving forward, making sure that no one has spotted him, at least as of yet. Gonna be peeking out, but no one on Black Dragons brave enough to move that far forward.
Absolutely. As Rambo still just trying to get a pick here. He's getting some good information at least on, you know, there's one guy over there in A. Not a huge amount of information, but some. As here comes Celebi through the pillars. A bunch of smokes will come in. And now they will actually commit. See, Adrian is here, but he's playing it a bit back. And he's got Viana as well on the sniper. So just able to passively hold off this push so far.
Still setting up. They have time. Celebi, they are in no rush. I still think 20 seconds is totally enough to plant the bomb. And oftentimes they make a huge rotation even after using that many smokes. 3 members already back on Plaza. And still keeping 2 snipers. Very rare, I would say, on Compound from GR side. It's been done many times, but from the Blacklist, I can't remember too many rounds.
Oh, don't forget the flick. Tries to go for the pistol, will pay with it dearly. 1 health. It's enough to get a kill if you are very true with the aim. And there, I haven't finished my sentence. Danimal trying his best to salvage the situation, but Rambo! 1 health is all this man needs. Him and Shady Wake will be able to take this round. Celebi waking up truly here on Compound.
It's really nice to see one of our Vietnamese teams performing this well. As Black Dragons, they're going to go for what worked for them. As you can see, they are back here in mid, and they are attacking. They're not even just sitting in mid, golden pillars and retreating. They're coming up here into entrance to pipe. They're trying to get on top of Celebi, who are just playing it passively. Not looking to get too aggressive, but here they go through the smoke. They're able to get it done. Danimal picks up a double kill, though. As he's getting some work done by himself. Gets taken out by Shady. 3-on-3.
Still, Black Dragons, they still have the middle of the court on their own. And that's also another reason why Celebi brought 2 snipers, just in case anyone jumping and throwing that grenade, a flash into that Central Plaza. They want to get that easy kill, easy early kills. And not just in double pillars, also in the Central Plaza, just like this is what they have been looking for. Shady all the way in the back.
No action. I don't think you want to do that. He's going to go for it after all, and just gets blown up. I don't know what he was expecting. Still the flank being held by Celebi Last Legends, and that is a okay situation turned into one that is truly disastrous. Goku now on his own against 3. Full rotation coming through here.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't you? You have all the time in the world. You're playing against one member, and once server room is taken, once that bomb is planted on the B side, I don't quite know how you're going to be able to take it back as Goken here.
As the 2 snipers on Celebi, on their AKs all of a sudden, Goken will find that somewhat surprising when he finds out it's going to be the worst nightmare. B server all the way towards the wall, so it's super easy for all the rifles to actually hide on the corner spot at the bottom or even on top. They can still get the wall shots from the window.
And Goken chooses Chaos, throws in another smoke, and then just goes in and dies. Knew that it was pretty much impossible, but wanted to give himself a decent chance. So 3 against 1, and we have a technical pause. Black Dragons, you know, we talked about how maybe getting 3 wins before going down on Ankara might have helped their morale here in this position. It doesn't really feel like they're playing with the same energy that we saw from yesterday.
No, you can see the faces as well. Yesterday when this happened, they were looking so different. And I do think that you gotta also imagine playing a game as fast-paced as Crossfire, the amount of focus necessary, continuously maintained at a high level of play in a best of 5, especially one as long and arduous as yesterday, is gonna drain you of a lot of energy. And then you come here for the 3rd place. Yes, it's for a big amount of money, but as Black Dragons, I'm sure that what you were really looking for was the amount, or rather the glory that comes with actually making out towards that finals spot. And that didn't actually come to fruition, and now being able to bounce back from that in just a single day, I think requires a great deal of mental fortitude, and it's not quite that easy. And I think you can see it here on the faces of Black Dragons as well. Even Viana yesterday, he was a dynamo, continuously generating, focusing the rest of his team. But they are not looking like the same team that we saw yesterday. And for Celebi Last Legends, like I said before, I think for them the expectations were so low coming into this tournament that they are seeing this as a final shot. Making 3rd place is still an incredible achievement here at CFS 2021.
Yeah, it does feel like they're trying to make the best of their situation, trying to get as much money as possible as well, you know, just trying to do as well as they possibly can. Black Dragons, they need to figure out what it is that is not motivating them at this point in time and why they can't quite land the shots as well as Celebi is at this point in time. As Celebi, especially in that last one, like Celebi is a team that loves to kind of sit back, spread out, wait for the enemy team to get aggressive on them even when they're on Blacklist side, and Black Dragons kind of played into their hands a bit.
Yeah, that's right, Valdez. Celebi, they were ready. 200%. Black Dragons, they wanted to build some pressure to begin with. So when Celebi, when it comes to the later rounds of the first half, Celebi would have to check some more, use some more time to build up their initial attack into the B site. But everything failed for Black Dragons. The amount of pressure that they built actually ended up hurting them so much more. And understanding that Rambo plus Shady AWM can actually be a big threat to their attack. Yep, they just went back and going back to the bait position. We have seen this a lot. The B entrance buying so much time. They had a similar position in the very first round, but a single perfect flash. It just popped the balloon.
This is one of those pivotal rounds. You've just gotten your tactical pause. You're down 3-1, 3-2. No biggie. Not really anything that you need to worry about, but when it becomes a 4-1 situation, I'm sure that as Black Dragons, you're like, I know we opted into global risk every single round, but I feel like giving Celebi this much momentum, allowing them to decide every single time, the pace of these games on the Blacklist side might become something that Black Dragons is going to regret in the end. As they're going very aggressively, maybe doesn't actually make it work, but Tori finds one. Now, ooh, very neatly sandwiched in between here. That provides enough space for the rest of the team. Danimal finding one already. Great shot, but will get taken down. And now it's just Adrian. Shady will spot him. And it's Shady that was also the one that stopped that great push coming through from Danimal. Adrian making his way up the stairs. Tori is waiting. Might be a 1v1, but that's not enough. And that won't even come to fruition. 4-1, the tactical pause, not getting anything done. And Black Dragons looking deflated here on compound.
Tactical pause magic for Black Dragon not happening. As that even when Gokun placed himself at the corner, had trust that his teammate would take care of at least a rifle from that A-bomb plant, but it wasn't the case. They were both trusting each other of taking care of the other riflers.
Take a look at this pace. This is Celebi watching Paise yesterday and being like, hey, we can do that. They have the confidence as well, and everybody's hitting their shots. Decent defense from the side of Black Dragons. They're able to trade 2 for 2, and Viana's still here on long. Seems like Kuri has a decent idea of this, though.
Yeah, because he had the initial shots from a room about 15, 20 seconds ago, and he has not been spotted. They don't actually know that he's there. Now they do with the ID tab. Also has to worry about the other two, Danimal and Adrian, looking for the perfect time for them to jump onto the site when the plant is on.
Viana's still there. Over in A room once again, just hoping that someone will come out and go there. And he's blocking off the potential A-long defense. So it's actually pretty decent that he does stay in that position and then begin to peek in when his teammates come in. 20 seconds. As you see, Danimal trying to make his way. He's able to hit that first shot. Lucas in position, though. He gets a couple of headshots, as he, of course, always does. Head down here, though, for Viana. Trying to get that defuse, and he will, as it is just enough. And you can see that finally some happy movements, at least on the side of Black Dragons. But they know maybe it was a bit too close for comfort.
Yeah, great point, Valdez. With that A-long control, Black Dragons, they had better idea of where the bomb would be planted, they didn't even have to peek into it. And Gokun,
Okay,
that's the main sniper. Viana could not pull that off.
Very nicely done. And what I've seen thus far at CFS 22, and it's very clear, if Black Dragon's round start off with Gokun finding a kill, he generally finds 1 or 2 more, and you can feel relatively comfortable as a Black Dragons fan. But for Celebi Last Legends, I don't even think you're particularly unhappy, even if there is a couple of rounds in a row that don't really quite go your way because of all the legwork you did. The first couple of them, afford to give up 1 or 2 as long as you don't let Black Dragons streak as much as you did, get multiple of those rows or rounds in a row. Rows in a round, I don't know how you would do that.
Rows in a column.
Yeah, I guess it would work.
There you go.
I'm not a big spreadsheet guy.
Pillars, right? It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a column.
I can see it. Thank you for saving me there, Valdez.
Yeah.
Really
we have
appreciate
some water on some of the maps. You can row on those maps. There you go.
I don't think we needed to go deeper into. Do you want?
Okay. No, I'm sorry.
I think the water joke territory is firmly held by Baishak because they're the shark. I feel like it's a stronger thematic link.
Yeah.
And we're going to wait for all that for the next match. But a big attack for Celebi. Great flash again. Adrian got no shot off.
Yeah. He had no idea where to go as well, or what to do. Rambo gets the kill in through mid. Danimal holding down the servers, though, because he's got a lot of people around him. So Rambo's going to take him out, and now it's going to be incredibly difficult to retake this 2v3. Nice headshot from Gokun, though, on that pistol. Something we've talked about a lot, making this 2-on-2. But again, this is so difficult to retake.
And Gokun, he's alive. He has no HP, but he bought some time. And I thought Action was going to jump on top at the same time. That was a smart move.
Yeah, Gokun getting pushed so aggressively there. Really nicely done the pre-fire as well, just to make sure only single bullet needed to hit. 5-2. And most of the games that Black Dragons have lost have been complete blowouts, and if they win the next two, I am certain that we are still gonna have a map on our hands. If that is not the case, if it's 1 or 2 more for Celebi Lost Legends, I don't know whether Black Dragons is actually going to be able to pull it back, and that is a worrying prospect for a team that up until yesterday looked like they could very well challenge for the title. Going down to the 4th place in the end would continue the downward trend that you already pointed out, G-Clef, from 1st to 2nd to 3rd to 4th over a bunch of years. But what a sad ending it would be for the Black Dragons.
And Celebi going to continue doing what they do best, spreading out here on Blacklist, trying to find a pick before they do go in for the plant. And they've been shaking it up a lot in terms of, you know, trying to do this kind of thing, but then Rambo just finds some kind of angle somehow. He's so good at reading the map and using the information to find like the perfect angle into a spot where you wouldn't expect him. Shady goes Rambo, but not quite like our Rambo here on this team, as, well, he's going to get taken out as I talk about him, unfortunately.
And Action's in the perfect position for that A long push. Will delay with a pretty good flash. And this type of rotation has been done many times now by the Black Dragons. They should know. Okay, there was only one from the double pillar. Rotation has to be on the other side. Rambo tried to poke in, but by the pillar, by the A small pillar, he found a rifler in the surprise.
Now trying to use the momentum. Hader finds 2. It's just Animal on B side, but again, instead they're going to push in here towards A, using some of the confusion. The tempo they generated, it's just hurry, it's not enough. And 5-3, Black Dragons, final attempt to clinch this one out at least, and with a 5-4 round score. Not to have this one be an absolute disaster, because let's not forget, literally in the final few rounds of the last map, we saw that they can win. It's not up to that. They can absolutely hit all their shots. And it starts and ends with Goken. That's one. Not able, oh, never mind. Able to find the second one as well. And the third one going to be denied to him, but the damage is already done. Nade takes down Hurry that had no health bar left whatsoever. Lucas already getting tagged with a potato as well. And now 2-4 in terms of players still left. And looking like Black Dragons is not going to give this one up just yet.
Come on, that's not fair, Rambo. From the spawn? You got to get out of there
spawn
and shoot.
Camping.
So Goken, I don't think he had his aim towards the spawn at all. I think he was looking for the container next to it. But because of that, Rambo got the kill.
Wow.
Lucas takes some damage, but we'll get one down. The Animal usually the one defending A side, also attacking into A side when it comes to the BL side. But these two guys can make the miracle happen for the team.
If he stayed there, he was dead.
He's a goner.
Nice play here from Viana. He's stuck in that head, but Lucas is gonna hit it again. We are at 2 against 2. As Rambo, this time he will miss his shot, as Adrian going to get a lot done with that one kill. As now it's only Lucas here, 1v2.
1v2, 29 HP, C4 down in the middle against 2 men.
Seemingly an impossible task. Smoke goes down, and Lucas, there is no way that it should ever work. And as such, it does not. Black Dragons, a little bit of a tight end to that round. 2-4 goes down to 2-2, but with the C4 as it was, no ability to really find anything. 5-4 here, a lead for Celebi Lost Legends, but not an insurmountable one. Now Black Dragons need to show the team that we saw yesterday, the team with never-ending resilience that can claw back from any situation, because I do feel that as a whole, this is feeling like a Celebi favored map again. Even the first map that was won by the Dragons was so insanely close and could have gone either way.
And Celebi in the second half, they really have to get it close. Maybe even think about their own pressure into the double pillar room, into the pipes. After a few initial nades, just going to back off to their easy normal position. And Celebi, what they excelled at in their GR side was the setup from the B. Right here. It was similar approach by the Black Dragons, but was flashed down almost every single time. That's one. There's one more waiting. Uri. Ooh, Shady actually came out all the way.
He's getting a lot of damage done through that box. That's not standard play. And I think he got kind of caught off guard by how much damage he was taking there quickly. And that's going to be 5-3 in favor of the Black Dragons. I think you can just go mid and choose a side. They're not going to have enough people. Let's see what they decide to do here.
Yeah, I remember M4 basically doing no damage through the wall shots. But of course, ever since that patch, yeah, all the pros, all the pros has been using M4 and AK together. Slow approach. They still have members. A split attack. They did see Goken, and also one towards that B site. So Celebi, they have wrong information that this is going to be a B attack with full men. This was smartly carried out by Goken, taking some damage, but making sure he had the shot.
Yeah. My suggestion was just to Rambo it down the middle, but Black Dragons a lot more finesse, as here Rambo is going to get taken out. Uri all alone, picks off one, has 3 more to go, not going to be able to get the job done. And Goken doing very, very well that time around. Viana picks up the last kill. And now we're at 5-5, even though this isn't necessarily Black Dragon's favorite side on this map. I feel like they have the momentum behind them.
One more loss, and I'm calling pause from Celebi Last Legends. However, this will not be a loss, I don't think. It will, in fact, not. Never mind. I was as fast as it gets. Oh, that's not what you want.
It only took 25 seconds.
Yeah.
What a quick round.
It was a fast round.
One of the fastest rounds we've seen so far in the tournament.
Oh,
and
no.
Celebi trying that again. Black Dragons, they usually say not twice. They flash in before, so Celebi retreating back. Still keeping 3. Shady after that first shot miss. Go back off, but still Haters got him covered. And Lucas.
It's going to be a pretty good position, but Viana is able to push in. Hater up here on the box, they know where he is, but now Smoke is down. Still a pretty good position here for Celebi with all of the health bars that are low. Hater is getting bombarded right now with everything, but he's still performing under all of that pressure and is able to hold down that area of the map.
Now Rambo unable to hit the shot. Dynamo going a little bit more aggressive than he needs to. They need to get some leeway somewhere if they want to be able to actually keep somebody from running away. That is a very nice kill. Oh, not quite ready for that one. Also, Dynamo taken down very, very, very low. And that is the controller they were looking for. Now you see forwards on its way. Action unfortunately caught in the rotation by Shady. Great pistol play coming out yet again. And they might get a plant here, but we'll be working with a deficit in terms of personnel.
When you don't duck down, your ID will be tagged. I think he had the perfect aim right there. And a long plant, since they have that controlled. Dynamo's favorite. And Goken in the site. He's not backing off. Expecting a rotation.
Goken trying to hold this down. It's 1v1 now. Sniper versus sniper. Shady trying to get in there and win the pistol war against the best pistoler. And it's not going to work for him. Goken able to tie it up yet again. As yet another clutch highlight for the Goken highlight reel.
Such a big moment. Because the first map that was this close was actually won by the Black Dragons. When going gets tough, they are incredibly tenacious. We've seen them do this, and the shots that weren't landing before are now slowly coming through. Very, very forward here, like the read from Celebi. But Black Dragons seemingly suspecting something of the sort. decides to instead take it a little bit slower, keep the C4 where it is, and the entirety of Celebi just going to patiently wait. But if they do still opt into this, might be walking into a death trap. Will be spotted there. Now Adrian kind of stuck. I don't know if you want to go that aggressive, or he gets blown up immediately. And it actually works out very, very nicely. But I don't think they were expecting quite this many people here. Rest of the push comes through, but they don't know about Hader.
Wow.
And the crossfire is going to be enough. Rambo fighting as well. Danimal now doing his very best. Can he take him down? The pistols. It's a lot, but it's not enough. Shady takes him down, and now 2 men. It's only Goken, but he has a rifle. And the health bars are incredibly low, firing some blind shots. But needs to be careful. Rambo only needs a single one. Flashbang comes through. And the real problem is the bomb dropped in the middle of the side there.
And Goken is trying to be somewhat lucky, looking for those lucky head wall shots.
Look at Rambo's positioning.
Both AWM. You know it is going to be about this one shot the moment he jumps.
Goken took a lot of damage, actually. A shot in the leg, and now we're pretty much even when it comes to the damage. It's going to be up to the pistol shot, basically.
Less than 40 seconds now, and C4 is around him. And Rambo is waiting for him to pick that up so he can chase him down.
Wow. Rambo defeats the Pistol Master in Goken in a 1v1 of pistols. One shot either way was enough to do enough damage, and Rambo was the one who hit it first. And that's going to be a gigantic round. To be honest, every round at this point is huge, right? It's super close. We're getting down to the wire. And especially those close rounds, to be able to clutch them out, it's really big for your morale, for your position in the score as well.
And after a group stage, there was honestly mostly 2-0s. It was a 1-2 or 2-1 sprinkled in there every now and then. Very one-sided matches. It's great to see, honestly, the level of competition that we've seen within the semifinals. All the teams really showing what they're known for, why we love to see them in the tournament stage here at CFS 2021, because some of the other teams not quite able to manage the same amount of pressure, to manage the fortitude necessary. Action getting taken low. And Adrian also getting a little bit of damage onto him. Hori not quite spotted just yet. That means that he's going to take down Action at the very least. They're rushing onto the side here. Seems to be working out. Ada doing as much work as he can, but it's not quite enough. Lucas and Shady not there. 3 versus 2, but the health bar's low. And this would be a huge round for Black Dragons. Equalizing it here is really important. And Shady finds Vienna. Flash being looked away from. Goken finds another, and now 1 versus 2. Shady switching a weapon up, not gonna find it. Adrian gets the kill. 7-7. Last time it was this close, it was Black Dragons that took the map.
It's coming. Black Dragons, they're on to the chase. Matching up the round score 7-7. Celebi, it seemed like they were running away with higher number, but ever since we got to the second half, their first attack into the double pillars, great. The round finished in 25 seconds, but ever since then, Black Dragons, they were aware. Okay, Celebi, they've got some crazy things planned in their GR. We better be careful. And ever since then, Black Dragons always placing one just for the huge rotation towards Beast Passage. And keeping themselves healthy positions in from the pipe entrance, checking A entrance, then jumping into Central Plaza. They were using a lot of time, but taking careful measures, which is working so much better. And Celebi, their defense towards A side has been in the same position for so many rounds, making it a lot easier for Black Dragons to pre-fire and guess in. Ooh, sneaky.
There's 2 people looking at this A-long door. Danimal, of course, he doesn't have to make a move just yet. He can just wait until maybe his team pushes through mid or something like that. Just trying to get some as much information as possible as his team explores the rest of the map.
But if Celebi knows that if Celebi gets a kill onto that member, and after finding out it's Danimal, the push will always be on the other side. He's always a fake pusher. A-long.
And this is a staple. Shown, and it is not going well for the Black Dragons. They make their way onto the side though, and that's the most important thing, but it's only 2 people. Most of the other members already getting picked up, immediately go for the plant. And now as Celebi, still having so many men available, might be looking, I was going to say for a 2-2 spread, but instead it's going to be a 3-1. Only Shady going for that notoriously difficult angle. 3 others trying to push through action. Will spot him. Won't even take anyone. Now it's just Viana. Needs to deal with Shady. Needs to deal with Rambo. There's way too many people. And it's 7-8 with the defuse coming through. Celebi Lost Legends looking towards that 2-1 lead here in the third place decider match.
Yeah, the split was good, but the defense from Celebi, they were, first of all, A side was totally covered. And B side, even though they lost a member, it wasn't really covered fully. So when they're retreating, and 3-man rotation was incredible through the double pillar. The Black Dragons, they just followed their plan. Okay, we have to go hold on to that thought as we double pillar is where the action continues.
Yeah, and there was a snipe elsewhere onto Danimal way back towards the spawn, even by Shady. And you can see that, you know, they were able to go in and trade 1 for 1 at least for the Black Dragons, but now they're down a member, and it is not going to be easy. There have been a lot of pushes through mid, towards B, towards A, but I just feel like Celebi are understanding what's going on with the map right now, and where Black Dragons are considering pushing. At least that's what it's looking like, as they are going to pick up the bomb and look towards this middle of the map for now.
And we've talked about Celebi a couple of times. Shady from Celebi a couple of times, but Shady has been stepping up even further, actually going aggressive from the GR side. Really defending well from the BL, which is not the most common selection from Celebi at all. And Black Dragons did not expect Shady to pop off that much. Rambo getting 2 headshots in a row. That central plaza is secured and done. Vienna alone ain't long here. Can he pull off the miracle? No, he cannot. 4v1. Not going to happen. Celebi, they're looking to close. Second map.
Yeah, I'm just amazed at what Celebi is able to do here. Rambo switching off the sniper, just showing that even with an AK, he's notoriously hard to deal with. And this is what I've been getting at repeatedly, is like, Gokun, if he doesn't hit the shots, and he shouldn't be the only one that it depends on, but sometimes it feels like that with this current iteration of Black Dragons. If he doesn't hit the shots at the beginning, he gets taken down. The team immediately loses so much of its power, and I haven't said that, or he hits it, Shady taken down, and this is a much better start of the round. Black Dragons can still pull this towards the extra round. It's only 2 that they need. This round already starting off pretty great. Only need to make sure that you're actually able to keep that momentum going. Can send Gokun off to retrieve that C4 at any point if you would choose to do so.
It's the double caster curse.
Yes.
Yeah, me praising
done,
Shady and Chronicler mentioning Gokun as he was looking for that big shot. Shady was, yeah, that's an aggressive spot. That big X in the middle.
Yeah.
Sniper doesn't go that far usually. Unless you're Rambo.
Yeah, he basically goes wherever he wants. That's kind of the Rambo effect.
Yeah, I think they swapped position in a way.
Ooh, nice little pick off from Action.
Oh, no, B-side's open.
Yeah, doesn't seem like... Okay, they're going to back off, actually. There's still some time. The Black Dragons, I think, you know, after that pick, they can absolutely try to make their way over to the B site. As Lucas will get the one-shot headshot onto Viana. As the push will go into the B site, though. So this is going to be fantastic for the Black Dragons. 4v3 with the plant down and servers. Gotta like their chances, especially if they have a decent amount of smokes.
Preemptively, Rambo attempting a flank, reading the play, but with Gokun getting that one, it looks like Black Dragons going to have another opportunity to turn this one into a real banger. Opportunity to turn it into extra rounds here. Unless Celebi Lost Legends able to take this one, and then it would be a 10-8, the same score that was found. And Celebi Lost Legends initially wanting to put a little bit of pressure down. throwing a bunch of nades.
Yeah, 4 nades.
And he only took like 20 damage.
Yes.
Not really what they were looking for. As this is a very swift push into the A room. It is only 3 members. C4 way back.
Oh, Hater.
Oh, Shady's baiting this Hater position. Only getting 1, and Shady also came out to A long. There was no reason. He only had to bait so that Hater can get an easier shot. Better trade 2-1, I think. Oh, but Celebi reaching a little bit too far and letting those opportunities go towards Black Dragons. There's now just steps away, 2 more kills away from matching it to 9-9, forcing us to that extra round.
Unless Rambo can pull something crazy off. He does get 1 kill, and
Goken.
Yeah, Goken is still alive, so not looking too good for Rambo, but let's see if he can read the play. He doesn't have any grenade anymore, but he's got a couple of, he's got a smoke and a flash, of course. In the server.
He's hiding right in the middle.
Oh.
Vienna doesn't find him.
This is a really tricky play.
That's 1. Can he find 2? He's
Half
looking.
down.
Health bars low, and with Goken there as well. Not gonna happen. We are going to extra rounds. The 2-round lead. That was not enough for Celebi Lost Legends to actually close this one out. And this series can still go either way. Going up 2-1 in the best of 5 is such a big boost. And honestly, at this point, I have no clue who's going to get it.
Yeah, I mean, with how close these 2 teams are, I wouldn't be surprised that if by the end of this day, at least by the end of this third place decider, rather, that these 2 teams are only off by, 1 or 2 rounds in terms of how many they got apiece. So it's incredibly close. Celebi not able to close it out. They will look to get it done in extra rounds.
Just a few more. Looking at the things, the Black Dragons, they're getting especially Goken hitting the right shots, the clutch, quick zoom shots. Celebi, I think they're slightly worried that the sniper power is coming back online. We'll have to wait as Celebi, I think, might be running out of their cards. They used a lot of the strategy in Compound already.
Yeah. Of course, both teams are going to get a chance on both sides. So maybe they can bring in some wild strategies. I would expect with Celebi starting here on the Blacklist side that they just kind of wait it out for at least 2 of the rounds and then try to maybe mix it up for 1 of the rounds.
Yeah.
No.
That'll do it. Seen this happen before. And that is a great start to your extra round, already picking up a kill on what I'd argue is the most pivotal member of the Black Dragons. Adrian, though, not wanting to let that be in vain, is able to pick up a kill on Shady. Rambo's just chilling, just waiting.
Yeah, at least Adrian was able to get that peek at the pillar and get a kill towards that BL base, towards the passage. Now, leaving the stress, they are being, again, going for that passive.
Rambo.
A defensive position, one actually defending a long.
Well, they line up for action, and action hits everything. That's the downside of going for a sneaky play like that. Black Dragons trying to put a swift end to this one. That's now 3 rounds in a row from them, including the rounds before the extras. So Celebi trying to get a little bit sneaky. Doesn't work out for them.
Started off so well as well. Getting a kill on Goken right from the get-go. Gonna make you feel pretty confident in a normal scenario, but
right from the get-go, Goken.
Almost got Goken.
Just not gonna.
We're just not gonna acknowledge. No.
Not gonna acknowledge that one.
Nope.
I don't think it was that bad. I liked it.
I thought it was pretty good.
I wouldn't.
I think it rolls off the tongue.
Would you?
Yes.
you know, okay, I'll take that. You know, from you, Valdez, I can accept it. You know.
Thank you.
Bad joke every now and then. It's not the
It's
end
just
of the
par
world.
for the course.
It always
Now-
gets Chronicler.
This is a bit par for the course from Celebi. Still waiting. There are a bunch of smokes down. Some smokes, more smokes going to be thrown through, and they do not go into those smokes.
And we
That's
can see
what they do.
Black Dragons not putting both at the same place because their B flash entrance has been basically 100% working in the first half. And instead of the B attack rotating into the central plaza, lost one, but fires one back. And another huge rotation quick enough into the B entrance where Dynamo actually went back towards the B side. But Adrian right here into the window. Second kill. Lucas is right there, trying to get in one back, and he will match it, but 1v3. Still Black Dragons leading big in numbers.
Very, very hard. Basically need to clutch it here. If you want to not have your extra rounds be filled with dread, fighting from behind right from the get-go, but this is seemingly impossible. Goku over there. Dynamo up close, and action coming from behind. Not a lot of opportunity, and what a call it would be if Black Dragons just completely sweep these extra rounds out of seemingly nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, they're on GR side, and as G-Clef was kind of alluding to, Celebi has used a lot of their strategies, and I feel like they kind of lose power the longer it goes on, to be honest. And I think that Black Dragons, with their experience, they just understand it a little bit more. As it goes on, they begin to download their opponents, and we begin to favor them a little bit more.
And when the side pushes towards A long or double pillar didn't work for Celebi, of course the last door left open is right here, the central plaza. But a lot of Black Dragons members, especially Gouken and Action, has been killing off, but not this time because of the positioning. Celebi chose the right attack at the right round.
Right.
Come through. And with that, 2 kills going over. On the ring. Oh, the bomb is actually going down. Oh, Shady with 1. Make that 2 of those headshots. And Celebi Lost Legends say, no. It's not going to be that easy. It's been close. This entire map compound has been a bloodbath. We're not going to let it end just yet. Action will take down another with 1 versus 4. Surely with the bomb where it is, not going to be able to make this work.
Gotta get in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even going to be able to. And now, 1-2, as Celebi Lost Legends will swap over towards the Global Risk side, and it will be Black Dragons going on the offense.
Yeah, I thought that Black Dragons, they would have this read because their defense from A long and also B entrance was solid enough. And every time that happened, Celebi would just push a smoke up A, B entrances from the central plaza and just get it done. But it was actually totally open this time. And Celebi, let's find the right opportunity. It was an easy entrance to the B site. Had the perfect strategy to go in.
Here we are, jumping onto the opposite side of extra rounds. Black Dragons, when we saw them on camera, honestly, they didn't look too happy, even though they are up around. I think in some way, still wishing they were playing in the final match. Still, just wanting to win this one as quickly as possible, but struggling to do so. So it hurting their feelings a little bit. But we'll have to wait and see if they can close this one out with the lead. On the Blacklist side, they have been favoring a lot of these A-long pushes. But Shady in position, he's got the headline, not able to land the shot, but Hater is. And now there's 3 of them over here, just lining them up through the box. Rambo's able to take him down, so now 3 against 2. And the bomb is all the way back, so this will be advantage Celebi.
Yeah, with the other 2 positioning so far away, Black Dragons did not expect that A a room defense. At least not that many. We'll give a man advantage to Celebi. Just defending A side. Understanding it is Goken plus action. 1 sniper, 1 rifle. B bottom can surely be defended if they just jump on top. They have some flash and smoke available. I'm talking about Celebi, of course. So a B retake would surely be easier. Understanding the combination.
And they might be suspecting it now. Rambo already heading over, and the 2-man goon squad. Hurry and Lucas currently moving forwards. Double pillars. Goken gonna spot one, not gonna hit the shot. That means that now up to him to stall. There has been a plant. He's on his own, and look at that. That's exactly what you want as a Black Dragons fan. Beautifully done by Goken. Now Hurry also coming in over. Rambo trying his best. Has, again, gone for the rifle with Goken. These pistol shots are what set them apart. And then the final quick scope. And it would be poetic justice if it's Goken that carries Black Dragons towards a win here on Compound in the extra rounds.
He's the Dragon's head. He can make things happen.
He's the fire.
Yeah. Only there were a
And the head.
And the head.
True. Yeah, I mean, we had the zoom in on action, but that was all Goken. That was all him.
Didn't have to see his own. Didn't even have to see his first person. But we knew that could always happen. The pistol, immediate turnaround with the sniper shot while he was dropping down to the server.
Yeah, and
such quick shots.
There were some yells from Black Dragons, but I don't even feel like it was yells of excitement. It was almost yells of awe. You know, they were like, "Oh man, like that was sick." You know, like everybody, even on the team, was appreciating what they had to offer. So Goken just doing what he does best. As we have another similar setup with Danimal here on long, but this is all 5 members hanging on this side of the map.
But one flash can totally mess up the defense here. And don't think they feel it 100%. But Danimal Vienna opens up good. Hater goes down, gets one only. And their double defense here, I don't think they were looking at the same place, same time. Only 2. Black Dragon's about to finish the map, but Lucas finds 2.
No way. Oh, Action gonna headshot him down. Extremely important kill.
I know where Hurry is.
One.
He's taking low, but he can do it. He finds the kill. And extra round not over just yet. Celebi lost Legends from a huge deficit, able to clinch it back. They don't want to drop to 4th place. They're just going to keep on going. 12-11 here. 3-2 in the extra rounds. And I don't know who's going to take this one, gentlemen.
It's hard to say. I mean, it's so crazy that Black Dragons, from the advantage there, about to finish the map, are not able to close it out. I mean, Lucas was alive, and then we figured once they took him out that maybe Black Dragons would be able to do it, but no, then Huri's able to step up, who has been pretty good, but not exactly the clutch man. And he gets it done when it matters most, and Celebi by themselves one more chance to get a chance at that golden round.
Again, Black Dragons taking a slow approach. This time, Vienna actually sweeping into the A room. So some positional change, not the animal. And smoking up a entrance. Okay, early smoke. Then flash. Okay, that seems like an A long Central Plaza push. But no big movements until now. There was a big flash. Defensive flash by Solid. And they have in position. Through the smoke. Not going to find too many kills, but Action getting those 2. Back in for Black Dragons.
Really big spray coming through. Vienna also coming in from a long. Action finds another. He's been coming up so incredibly huge. Vienna going in. Shady finds 2, and now it's the 1v1. Goken versus Lucas, the 2 aces. And it will be Goken that gets it done. Black Dragons 2-1 here in this best of 5. But what a beautiful map here on Compound. went almost all the way to the golden round, but in the end, it's going to be the Black Dragons that are able to take it.
We're denied the golden round after going so far, but Black Dragons don't care. They're able to get it done. Gokin, of course, it is so fitting that he picks up the final kill in that one. And yeah, I mean, shout out to Celebi for making it so close for the Black Dragons. You can see they're shaking their head. They're like, man, why is this so close? Why can't we just beat these guys? But you can see Celebi also kind of disappointed as well. It almost feels like in some of these third place deciders that both teams are just like trying to get their frustrations out on the other team.
And both teams just going back and forth, trying to back up their teammates right next to each other. Even that final round came so close.
Here we go, guys. We are going to take another 5-minute break. When we come back, we will have map number 4. Welcome back, guys. We are here after that short break. We are about to make our way into the fourth map, which will be sub-base of Celebi Last Legends up against Black Dragons. This is such a close match. We just had extra rounds.
Honestly, have no idea. Even if Black Dragons took the previous map, it was so close. And Celebi, they also had some clutching moment, and the members who did not clutch before are also showing up, which is always a good sign. Also same for Black Dragons. So I think we just happen to open it up and see what happens.
10-3, Black Dragons. Easy peasy. They gotta get revenge after yesterday.
Really?
When they, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it will actually happen, but I can only imagine that Black Dragons are looking for one where they are, for once, the swooping team.
Well, we'll have to wait and see and get onto the map first. We have sub-base ready to go for Celebi Last Legends up against Black Dragons. All right, off we go. Of course, Black Dragons starting on the Global Risk side. We got Celebi Last Legends here on Blacklist.
Both teams just recording a single loss on the map. No win. And Lucas just jumped alone into a site. And Vienna welcomed him with bullets.
Is that a warm welcome or not?
It will be heated up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what, yeah, but like...
Bullets are not cold.
Well, no, I know that, but is that a warm welcome?
Yes.
Soon,
literally.
Due to the temperature, yeah.
Soon will turn cold, though.
Yes. And, Adrian finds the kill on Rambo. Action doing his best as well, but so far, still an even trade.
Shady just going through the vent says, guys, okay, let's try to make this work.
Yeah. And because it's sub-base, you get that one kill, and it's like, okay, I guess we take A. Got another guy in the vents. Goken also looking to push. Shady, somewhat aggressive positioning here around the vents. Might not expect Danimal here, but Danimal's not going to see him.
Ooh, Danimal goes back. That could have been a free kill. Ooh, Shady, that headline into Goken. Nicely done. Just falling back because he is indeed low HP, but still has the headline available. Oh. What a shot again. First round going towards Celebi.
Good start. Celebi Last Legends. I am sure they watched yesterday's performance of Baisha Gaming taking on Black Dragons on this very, very map. And would not be surprised if they swiped a strategy or two in an attempt to find a similar level of domination as was found by Baisha Gaming yesterday.
All right, let's see how this round is going to go. As we do have the C4 down, just waiting to see if they do go for the push through the A road. As for now, just doing Celebi things, not as aggressive here on the second round. I could have told you that before we started. It's just the Celebi Last Legends way.
Soon enough, I can see. For now, Goken just looking at lockers. Should also be challenging against Rambo into AC. How? Is this 4 smokes, 5 smokes?
Can't even see the players on the minimap. Here they go. As they didn't check the corner, but they are going to take down Adrian. Eventually, Danimal is here on this box outside hallway. And the push is slowed down. Danimal picks up a second one. Rambo on 1 health is still getting kills, but now it's all up to Shady again. Trying to go 1v2, not the best position, doesn't have the bomb, but he is certainly on fire. So I'm curious to see if he can pull off this 1v2 as well.
Great decision to back off. Knew that there was one person missing. The missing piece of information from the team. Danimal got 2 kills early on towards AC, but did not rotate perfectly. And was supposed to come into shutter. He didn't for the first 4 seconds, and he has to be rotating around either through the hallway or the machine room. Perfect choice to go around. Now Shady in a better position to grab the C4.
Look at Dynamo. Picks up the C4 as well, and all of a sudden it's a 1 versus 1. But Viana catches him off guard, goes in cleanly, and Viana, the player that was so pivotal yesterday, making sure that we will not be seeing a repeat of yesterday's sub-base shenanigans that Black Dragons were on the receiving end of. But this has been a bloodbath of a map so far. Both teams running into one another. Multiple kills falling left and right from the get-go. And it's interesting, especially considering how Celebi just always start with not a lot going on. And then once it erupts, it's nothing but fireworks.
Really biding their time here once again, as you mentioned. We'll see if they go for the Omega Smoke Strat on the A road. As you can see, 3 members still waiting for anyone to poke their heads out, any brave member of Black Dragons, but Black Dragons have learned through many maps, actually, as a lot of other teams learned as well, even all gamers. It's like, well, just don't peek them, and you're probably at least going to get the 5v5, and you should be good to hold off their push.
Keeping quiet, making some noise towards A room, and smoking up AC, pretending like they're gathering up towards that A big stair push. And all of a sudden, smoking hallway into B, also lockers. Black Dragon's quite confused, as in where the actual attack is coming. Some fuse flashes. That's why Vienna also threw a flash, just in case.
Oh, making their way down the stairs, and here we go. The moves are coming in. Vienna doing his best. He will not get sprayed down. First he will pick up the kill, then Hader closes it out. And now Celebi taking control, planted the bomb here on A. This can be a hard retake, but there's still many people available. But Shady, sneaky as he is, picks up one. Getting taken down just yet. Lucas hiding sneakily as Shady will go down thanks to a really nice grenade by Gokun. 3 versus 3, 20 seconds left on the clock. You gotta go in. Black Dragons, and they will. It's just Hader though, as Adrian gets picked off. 1 versus 1. Hader with a low health bar. Gokun, 1 shot, 1 kill, and the defuse will be coming through. Black Dragons going up 2-1, and this map is looking to be just as close as everyone has been thus far.
What a save again by Gokun there, taking down the other member towards a stairs from AC, which had very tiny angle, was huge before coming down, and even winning the final shot is another huge one.
Wow!
From the momentum, they're just going at it.
Yeah, you can tell
they're at their base.
Wow, you can tell they were really feeling it after that last win. Everybody getting pumped up from Gokun, and even though the shouts came in from Celebi, warning everybody else that they were coming very aggressively, it was not enough, and that is just a swift round stolen away by Black Dragons.
And timing machine room attack. He's in a pretty good spot though.
Ooh, good trade thus far. Animal and Vienna. Tapping. Getting as much as they possibly can, and in the end will be 2 versus 2, but you see the immediate trepidation. As soon as Celebi has to launch another attack, they are way more scared. No more running forward aggressively, but based on these shots, seemingly to know that A side should be relatively cleared up. Entire team of Black Dragons making its way over towards that A side. But with all the smokes and all the utilities still available, stall will be available here for a fair amount of time. Nice nade comes in. 2 people ready to set the crossfire here. He's still full health. Dynamo will take down Hader. Really trying to cheese it, but he's going to be able to. That's 1. Now his position is known. He will get taken down. And this is the Black Dragons that we saw yesterday against Baisha Gaming.
And that's what you got to do, right? You were very smart to mention all the utility. They knew it was 3v3. Somebody's going to be there. Underneath those stairs, they had double grenade ticket thrown. Another flash comes in, and they're just able to push through the spray that was coming in. As now Rambo, he's angry. He's like, okay, well, we've won a couple, lost a couple in a row. Let me go in and do my thing. And immediately, Black Dragons and their fortification is enough to push him away.
Because he had a really good spawn, I believe he was looking for a kill from Black Dragons rotating into that AC, which should be action. But there was also Adrian to cover him up. Maybe even a kill into Gouken if he steps into that long angle from the shutter into the room. Didn't happen. Didn't see the right target. Just backed off. Nice decision making. But going back to the previous round, I think Celebi, they had to feel something. The A side was totally open. And Black Dragons, they didn't really make any sound. The rotation had to be somewhat fishy. And they positioned in an aggressive position, not towards the back. I think that was the real issue. Could not defend against their big attack.
Oh, man, he's able to hold that down as action. And he was really the guy who keeps everything together. It's like the one pin that's holding the suit back to make you look good. And he's able to keep a couple of them down and keep that defense up. So now it's only Hader and Lucas. They do have that bomb down on the bottom side of A, but again, it's looking a lot like the last round.
And I was talking about Celebi, watching back yesterday's match against Baisha Gaming, and Black Dragons, they had such a tough time. Starting to feel now like it was Black Dragons that actually took a page out of Baisha's book with how dominant they've been here. But Lucas, trying to be a miracle worker, can't quite get it done. 5-1, as just too many resources available here for Black Dragons. It is looking very, very aggressive here, and there it is, unsurprisingly. Tactical pass, rather, coming through. Great stare, as per usual. We've been giving the referees credit.
Yeah, absolutely.
As they so deserve.
Fantastic job. But Celebi, they are the ones that need to do the fantastic job, and so far they really haven't been doing much in terms of being able to hold this off. A couple of rounds, they just get rushed down on the Blacklist side when they're waiting there. Maybe the first time they're not expecting it. The second time they lose the firefights again. Rambo, getting the good spawn, trying to make something of it. They're just not able to get anything done. And yeah, just nothing really going right here for the side of Celebi. Kind of feels like, the 6-0 we had the last time on this map, but let's see how it is going to go from here. You can see a lot of C4 diffuses in terms of wins here for Black Dragons. A lot of times, yes, Celebi will get aggressive. They'll get like 2-3 guys in, but they don't finish off the job and actually defend it because a lot of the times, it is sub-base, but it doesn't matter because even if you get an easy plant, you're not going to be able to defend it.
Yeah, it's hard to stop the Black Dragons from, especially the retake has been, the level of retake was just way too good from the Black Dragons, especially in this map, because they're such an experienced team. And compared to all the other tournaments, Subbase is one of the maps that we didn't play too much. Celebi only played it once, lost once. Also Black Dragons, but they have a lot more experience compared to how much Celebi has in international stage. I think that's showing a lot right now.
And good initial damage coming out here. And the tactical pulse has been the mainstay weapon here. Shady moving very, very far forward through the lockers. Able to pick up one, and it's been him that really has been the main hero. Gonna find another one here. He keeps moving up. He keeps moving forward. He creates so much pressure, so much space for the rest of the team. And now it's Vienna in a 1 versus 4. I don't think this one is gonna go the way of Black Dragons. Still, I'm sure they're gonna be feeling great with how they've been performing thus far. But this one, gonna be a hard, if not impossible task. If there is a man that can do it, Vienna has been incredible yesterday in particular. Had a beautiful series, but just too many people to deal with. And Celebi, hopefully for them, slowly start crawling back on this map.
I think that's the lesson we really learned. The risk of boosting your members up in the lights, and when your teammate fails, it's even worse, and you will expose not only your position, your teammate in danger too. And hold on to that thought. Somebody just rushing into AC. Adrian plus Danimal just put a stop to their initial attack. Hater who coming back strong and opening up B side. C4 is there, and Lucas was trying to hide, get a pick off onto easy kill with rotation, but instead Action finds him, put a bullet in his head.
Yeah, really cool engage from Celebi, just faking down the stairs, and it's so high-paced in this one. As you can see, Black Dragons are trying to engage pretty fast. Only 23 seconds. Action coming in from the lockers. Viana trying to just bring in as much attention onto him as possible. Hurry's going to get the kill, and now Action has to go 1v2 with 13 seconds. It's not going to happen, as now 3-5 Celebi Last Legends are coming back.
2 in a row. This is how it starts. Black Dragon, as mentioned before, you can go 5-4 here, not have it be the end of the world, but I'm sure they want to try and keep up the dominance they've shown thus far here on Subbase. Yesterday, I think it was by far their worst map. It was one of the biggest problems that they faced against Baisha Gaming that completely ran them over when they were the ones on GR side. Clearly not as big a threat coming this time from Celebi Lost Legends, but going in with a 6-3 score, going into Blacklist, you're going to feel so much more comfortable. But the last couple of rounds, Shady in particular has just been playing amazingly today, hitting all the shots, finding the heads, and making his team get out of some fairly awkward positions. Now we do see heavy leaning towards that A side by Black Dragons.
And they better be ready. Celebi getting the C4 ready. The first one. Lucas carrying that C4. Let's see the flash timing. Because for now, not that many smokes actually set up towards AC. And there's the entry. 2-3 split.
They take a lot of damage, but they get a bunch of kills here. Shady holding down AC. You can see the rest of Black Dragons just locked out of this one. As first they got to get through Shady. Nice amount of damage. Everybody's pretty low on the side of Celebi Last Legend, but I don't think it's going to be enough. This is a difficult retake on this map onto the A site. Hater takes a bunch of damage, but there's 3 guys looking at the stairs right now, so Adrian is getting a lot of the focus up here on the stairs. It might just be up to Gokin as Adrian finally goes down, and now Gokin is going to go, but it's a little bit too little too late as he will not get a kill. And Celebi with 3 rounds in a row after the pause, that is a effective one.
Very, very nicely done by Celebi Lost Legends, able to claw their way back into the game. Not quite finding themselves with a lead yet, but I'm sure if one more round win comes through for them as we swap sides and they're going to be on global risk, we're going to see that card come up again. We're going to see the tactical balls, because you don't want a type of momentum swing to come through. And we keep commenting on it because it's such a big contrast with yesterday. You still see the smiles, you still see the guidance, but the raw energy that was carrying Black Dragons yesterday still hasn't consistently been refound here. Now on Blacklist, maybe more an opportunity for that, but I haven't finished my sentence yet. Hader gets a headshot on Action. Doesn't matter though, they are rushing onto the side.
Immediate response by the Black Dragons to dive into a bottom. Now finds Lucas. Dynamo wins that fight, an important one as the C4 is being carried, but if Rambo puts a stop to this rotation, that gets some damage in, but doesn't find the kill. If he got the kill, they would have controlled C4 in their position. But luckily for Black Dragons, they have nice control over the A bottom. No one up in AC yet, as Hader is still hiding there.
Trying to push into 2. It's looking pretty decent, but Danimal has been getting so much done. Now it's going to be a one-on-one. We got Rambo on low health with the AK, and Gokin easily going to line that one up. Didn't look good to start, to be honest, after that first pickoff from Shady, but after that, Black Dragons able to really force their way into bottom of A. And as we always say, that is a rough one to retake, so now Gokin getting aggressive. I like this. He's able to get the wall shot onto Shady. Black Dragons once again putting on the pressure.
And on the other side, Dynamo actually took a decent amount of damage on his own. Black Dragons, and most of the first half was focused on A side. So I think it's about time for us to slightly change into some more AC, hallway, B side, I don't think we got too much of a camera shot in this entire map yet. Rambo tried to be cheeky. He was off in the bait spot, but going to be found easily. And actually, Goken finds the kill.
Here they come. Black Dragons down the stairs. Shady in position, but he's moving as they come in. Unfortunate timing, and he's not able to line up that first shot and not able to hold off the push at all. And Black Dragons really, as you guys have been saying, they don't like the machines. They're coming on in here to the A site, and it has been consistent for them. It has been good to them. Hater gets the kill through the smoke, but Goken gonna put a bullet into his head with the pistol. That is going to be good enough. Black Dragons now 7-4. They have a lot of momentum behind them.
All of a sudden, a big lead, and momentum continues. I think they want to continue this attack towards A. Is this a fake? Goken alone dives to a bottom, takes some damage on his own, falling back. He was just checking. I think he had a really good spawn and thought that he could actually win over the movement. But pressure from Celebi. Sienna is ready. Lucas from the side, but Adrian Goken, they grab the kills. The stair is totally lost. No one at A bottom. Rambo is trying to get that control back.
Will get hit by the nade, and Animal says no. This is our round. Goken has no chill whatsoever. Takes down Hurry, and it is just domination now after a couple of great rounds from Celebi, 3 in a row. This time it's the Black Dragons, and if they keep playing like this, I don't know if we're still going to see the card come out for them. This might very well be the final rounds that we see of both these two teams in the tournament. If Black Dragons keep playing like this, it feels like when they are playing at their best, no one can match them. Vienna with a beautiful shot. Danimal seeing Rambo already low, getting some damage into Shady. Sure, he dies, but that's a trade you'll take any time of day. Adrian drops down and drops him dead. As with that pistol round, 9-4, Black Dragons say no.
This is the Black Dragons. This is the Black Dragons we were expecting. This is, I mean, this is what they did in regionals. This is what they do when they're winning and they have the energy behind them. And man, it is refreshing to see it once again here. Just taking it to Celebi. No chill at all. Just rushing them down on Blacklist side. It's pretty disgusting to watch. And now they're 1 round away from taking 3rd place.
Vienna's back, Adrian's back, Danimal's back there. KD is through the roof. Rambo tried to put a stop to that, saying, okay, if you guys are pushing all the way, I'm going to put the rotation slow down. From the machine room, finds one, but he also does go down, which sort of forces the rotation from Black Dragons to be in machine room near the center.
Just go A again. Do it.
It is hallway now, though.
Five, I don't care. 5 runs in a row.
Assert dominance.
They will never know. They will never see him coming. They won't see him coming either way. Adrian finds the first one. Another Hater up in the rafters. He will get taken down. Lucas, though, finds 2. But that's going to be it. Go can pick up the final kill. Black Dragons take the 3rd place here after a slugfest of a compound. It is swift and decisive here on sub-base.
Yeah, pretty insane stuff. I think I finally saw Adrian crack a smile there at the end. Again, it's rough because these guys would love to be in the finals, but securing 3rd place is also really, really nice. And they get that extra money. They secure that 3rd place title. Of course, the bronze medal here for the CFS Grand Final. And yeah, I mean, just incredible play there, especially after switching to Blacklist. Just something got into them. They won 1 round really swiftly, and I think they realized, like, oh no, we can just flatten these guys. And they did it.
Black Dragons 2 years in a row, finishing in 3rd place. I'm sure they looked for a higher place, but still 3rd is a very good finish. Did not get into the grand finals, but still defeating Celebi in the 3rd place match. Finally, we're seeing some smiles on their faces. During this whole tournament, there were lots of moments where we also felt like this isn't the Black Dragons that we know. Something is off. And for many matches throughout the tournament, during the group stage, even yesterday, even today, We had those small talks in the middle, but finally they found their form towards the end. And this is a score, 3-1 victory, but it was certainly not easy at all.
And on the flip side, Celebi Las Legends, I think, performed better than anyone would have expected from the Vietnamese team. A very, very proud performance. That is not a shocker. His KDA at the very end in the final round might have not been the greatest, but as a whole, I think it was action that when the rest of the members of Black Dragons were not really feeling themselves yet, took Vienna a little bit of time to really get going. He was the one getting it all done, and very important, especially in that dreadful third map, that compound that really dragged all the way, but went to Black Dragons in the end.
MVP action here, really stepping up today. Also Vienna. I really like the entire team of Black Dragons. It wasn't just Gokin, their rifles kicking in, just breaking into every single side. Well done.
Yeah, I was going to be boring and say that I thought that Gokin deserved it, but yeah.
Maybe not today. All the other days but today.
There were a lot of big clutch rounds where he was, you know, maybe the numbers don't quite back it up, and I'm not sure exactly how they do the MVP vote. Maybe it's just based on the number, but I was time and time again surprised by what Gokin was able to pull off, and I think a lot of the Black Dragons members even were as well. I feel a bit bad. I almost felt I looked at Gokin, he looked maybe a bit sad even after clutching so many times in a row. But there's always next year. We'll have to wait and see how far these two teams can get. You know, shout out to Celebi in the Vietnam region, right? I'm really looking forward to your guys playing in the next year as well. And just seeing if you guys can make it even further, just really great stuff.
Yep, the fact that they made it into the semi, that was a big surprise. But after seeing this many rounds, this many games, they had a lot more potential. I can see them even going further next year in the international stage. I don't think they're done yet.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see until next year for these two teams. As that was the third place decider, guys. We got to see a 3-1 victory going the way of Black Dragons this time around. Was really close. Even that third map on compounds went to extra rounds, and it was only won by 2 rounds there by Black Dragons. So we could easily have been going on to the 5th map, but not the case. And guys, we are going to take a big break, but when we do come back eventually, All Gamers versus Baisha Gaming for the grand finale of this event. Don't go anywhere.